island now.
You'll see
The
if now
Arrow
that.
Takeover is here, baby. Guess what island we're doing today?
Radiation Island.
Jokes out about really far here.
Yes, Fire Haven, the greatest island to ever be born into MSN. It is time, and today I will be doing it. I will be the one who does everything. I will be the one calling the shots. Hollow's taking a little backseat, like the bottom he is.
Not willingly.
Okay, bro.
It was definitely willingly. It was definitely willingly.
It was not willingly. He stole my job.
Okay, bro, it's just rubbing the salt in the wound.
Well, I guess he'll steal my position. Bye.
Oh,
Ha!
all right. Now, without wasting any further time, what do you guys think of Fire Haven Update 1?
Oh, fire
It's
Haven
good.
1. Back in
It's
my
good.
day, it takes me back. I haven't listened to
I'm just
it in
thinking
a hot
of
minute. I
how
wasn't prepared for this
it
question.
would go.
Haven Update 1. It's great to look back and see what the greatest island had started out as.
It's simple,
Of course.
and I love it for being simple.
It's not a simple.
I
What are you on about?
hated that
Fire
I-
Haven is not a simple song.
I hope that the Twinoverse wouldn't be so cluttered.
Shut up, Liam. Anyways, now has everyone started out? Has everyone gotten done with what they think of Update 1?
Here's what I think of
I'm
Update
just
1.
trying to remember what
Okay,
no,
I remember
actually,
exactly
I know
Update
what-
1. It was like, bro, okay, I remember exactly. Because I remember I was in my old house before I moved into the house I'm in right now. And it was back when me and my brother were in bunk beds. And I remember being there after a long day of school, seeing the Firehaven trailer, and hearing Repetillo and Flugel and Tweedle and all that jazz for the first time. And I was so excited because I remember the island before Firehaven, the two islands before Firehaven was Celestial Island and Party Island. So you know I was excited to get something that isn't mid for once. So I have
Yeah, that's true.
great time with like the
Fire-
first update of Firehaven.
I don't think anyone would deny that the Fire Haven trailer was hype as hell.
Yeah, especially for me because I'm a
And
Dawn of Fire stan.
my opinion on Fire Haven Update 1 is just an island with its base 15 roster is shout out to those
Okay,
islands.
call me insane, but wasn't Candelabra in the Firehaven trailer?
No, what
She
are you?
wasn't. What are you on?
What are you on?
Crack.
Well, shut up, crackhead. Shut your damn crackhead mouth. Didn't know what you're talking
Anyways,
about.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Candelabra isn't on Firehaven when it's released. We got Tring. Why would anyone waste their time breeding Tring?
What do you mean, bro? Tring is peak. Tring is absolutely worth it. You don't see the vision, man.
Talk about that when we talk about the second half.
All right then. So with that being said, we can now get into Firehaven. All right.
Yeah, we shall start with the intro verse, of course.
All right, guys. What is your opinion on who should we start with?
Okay.
Me, of course.
I guess we'll do.
Me.
We're gonna say our opinion on the intro first, and then talk about.
Oh yeah, true. Rare Wobox is kind of peaks on the intro.
Oh god damn it, Leon.
Stupid.
Rare Wobox isn't in the intro.
That's the joke. And it's not a very good one.
Well, personally, I think Firehaven's intro is awesome.
Okay, let me give my thoughts on the intro.
There you go.
So, the intro is very simple. It has noggin, shrub, and flower, and then they're soon joined by Repetillo and Potbelly. This makes for such a fantastic intro to a song that drives you straight into the action. First, you write in Flower's powerful chants and noggin Repetillo's beastly percussion, and then Potbelly adding the accents, which makes it even better. That makes for what I think is probably one of the best intros in an MSN song. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, okay, maybe I don't know if it's the best intro, but
I
Oh
wouldn't
yeah.
even.
yeah,
I wouldn't even
yeah,
put it
because
in
like
my
magical,
top five.
but
Oh yeah. That's
magical
not the
next to
objective
continent
best,
be
but
like.
it works for what it needs to be.
I think that Firehaven's intro is kind of don't care about it because I don't care about the first half of the song in general.
All right.
I like
Well,
I like I like
well,
it when
what are
Flava
the
goes.
weaknesses of this first
Okay, if we want
intro?
to get into the weaknesses, we have. It's time to start getting into like individual monsters. So, guys, what's your opinion on Flower?
Flower's pretty good. His chant, I guess, I can see what Liam was saying by like Firehaven being simple. I agree with Hollow. It's not simple, but like Flower specifically is simple but effective, or it's just simple. Who got chew, got who got chew.
Yes,
Like,
Flower is
really
great.
works in the
I
intro.
love the chew part in Flava.
Yeah, same. Chew, got who got chew. Like
Yeah.
Flower's personality, he's very bouncy, but his gruff personality really shines through. So it's just a good flower track and extremely effective in the intro, I would argue.
All right, here's my opinion on Flower. I absolutely love Flower in the second half when like you have Flugel and all that other shit, and then you have Flower just like as a cherry on top, and I think that's really cool. But in the first half, it's boring. Flower is fucking boring.
Okay, bro. Rapping, bro, you would be cooked if rap was here, bro.
I
But
would.
I don't know. I guess that's just personal taste, but I don't really find this
See, I
flawless.
have more reason why, but I okay. The thing about Flower is that it's a very short loop of a track. Just no, well, not a loop, but you get what I mean. Like it's just a very short phrase. It's like
Yeah, no,
who
I get
got
it.
you?
Honestly, yeah,
Very,
the intro basically
yeah,
has like two short loops. One of them is Flava and the other Shrub.
No, well, yes, but also Barb.
Barb is not in the intro. Barb is later on.
Well, whatever. It first half,
Potbelly.
same thing. The
What
thing
about
about it, it's
Potbelly?
just they play for so often, and like they're meant to be like background noise, except for like the very beginning when like Dandy comes in, they just become background noise, and I just think that they just kind of like lose their charm very quickly because of it, and like
I see.
it's just I'm not a huge. I like Flower in the second half, but in the first half he's just like draining.
Yeah, I think in the
So you're
very
saying that they just
beginning,
play too much.
the very beginning where it's just Flower, Noggin, and Shrub, Flower is really effective there. And when Reptile comes in too,
Yeah,
I
and then
think
as it goes along,
Flower,
this is start. Okay, you know what? You know what it is? It's because as the song goes along, it just keeps looping and looping and
yeah,
looping.
yeah,
And
I
there's
see what
like
you mean.
no like in the very intro, there's like some variety because you have like Repetillo joining in and that shit.
Yeah,
But then as it
I
goes on,
mean,
like
I
nothing
mean,
comes in to like give variety, and it gets very old very quickly.
I
yeah, I
mean,
see what you mean.
we
I see
could
what you
talk
mean.
about Barb, but I guess we'll
I
save that for
see.
Bazinga verse.
I can see where the
No,
songs.
no, 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 not yet. We will talk about
Um,
Barb after we get to
all
the
I'm just gonna say is
first.
that in
We
my
get to the
opinion,
first
Flower.
verse.
Okay, bro. All I'm gonna say is that Flower like walks the line between like not too, I guess, simple, but not too complicated either. It's like again perfect for the intro.
I like Flower again. I
Okay,
like Flower
so
in the
let's talk
second
about
half of
the.
the song. I think he really shines in the second half of the song, but in the first half of the song, I don't care about it.
Let's talk about
I'm just
the
talking about
other
the
monster that
very
loops.
beginning. Like I see
Let's
what you
talk.
mean, and at the later half of the beginning.
Let's talk about.
No, I don't want to talk about Shrub.
Wow, is that? Okay, never
Bro,
mind.
bro, you've
All right,
known for a
can't go
while I've
there.
had this beef with Shrub.
Oh, oh, Shrub.
We're gonna get into
Oh,
all
I
those
love.
deep Shrub.
I don't want
He
to
has
talk
stupid beef
about
with Shrub. That's for sure.
Okay.
Now Shrub. Why I do love Shrub. He does put the emphasis in the intro's tough and thrusting exterior,
I hate
for
that
lack
word.
of a better word.
Never use that word again.
Arrow, you just made me envision Shrub freaking thrusting.
Why?
I'm gonna thrust the three of you into a wall.
I didn't do anything.
Liam, you existed.
The viewers don't know, but we know, Liam.
Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, Shrub helps to thrust people into the intensity of the intro of the song. Yeah. And afterwards, he takes his leave until he shows up once again As
Yeah,
he's more like the pace builder of the verses, if you would say that.
I think everything that I think almost everything that applies to Flower also applies to Shrub.
Except that the fact that Flow's good in the second half and Shrub isn't. Okay, I
Uh,
it's time for
What?
the beef. It's time for the beef. Okay,
All right, let's hear Hollow's beef with
I
Shrub.
hate Shrub on this island, and it's I don't even hate the
Oh
track
no.
itself. I hate it's like I hate the placements. It's just like Shelby on Gold Island, but like much worse. Cause Shelby on Gold Island, it cut off once, but like whatever, who cares? Well, whatever. And then, but like Shrub on this island, it keeps cutting off all the time, and it just takes me out every single time it does, because it's such a filling sound. So when you take away that filling, it just like it's like no. So yeah, like
Hollow in a track has dynamics in a song.
bro, what do you mean? Shrub does
All right,
not have
I'm
dynamics.
done eating. I am ready once again.
The thing of you can't even say like it has dynamics, cause like you can't even say that because the song isn't like getting quieter or getting louder, just losing a track.
I mean, you are right. Like the track does fill in a lot of space, and so when it does leave, but like I think the thing with Haven is that so much stuff comes in and out that like when Shrub leaves, there's stuff that comes in that fills in the void that Shrub leaves.
Yes, yes,
I
exactly.
somewhat agree. I feel like yeah, I somewhat agree. It's like Repetillo definitely
Yeah,
like
because like then we get
hardcore
like
saves it. Like
Like you
Repetillo,
see
if
what
it
I
wasn't
mean,
for
but like
Repetillo,
you
it'd be
don't
yeah we
so
see
get
much
it.
yeah
worse.
we mainly get Barb. We also get Sog a little bit.
But like it's still like I just don't think it's I just think Shrub should play more to avoid that. And like maybe it would get a little bit repetitive. I don't know. But like my main issue
I
with
think
it is
Shrub
like
is
when it's
already
like
kind of
in the big
repetitive.
second half of the song, it's like the flugel verse and shit. That's when like and it cuts off halfway through. That's like the big moment where I'm just like, why? But like, yeah.
I agree. There's a lot of stuff in the
I
second
think
half of
you're
the
the
song
old. I
that
think
should
you're the first
play
person
more.
so far that actually says that that you want Shrub on Haven to play more.
That's well, yeah. I just explained why. Like the fact that
Yeah,
it
because
cuts off is just
that's the whole
awkward.
problem. He said it like
I
Hollow
mean,
saying like
Shrub is a
it
really
leaves and comes
repetitive
in at
track
parts
on
where it's
Fire
good.
Haven. Like even more so than Flower. The
Well,
only excuse that is
here's my way to fix it. Just like just don't have Shrub play in the first half and then only have him play in the second half, and then that would make it less repetitive. Boom, problem solved.
That's fair. I just think Shrub sounds too good in the very start for me to want to remove him from there. Because again, that trio of like
Me
Flower,
personally,
like a quartet of like Flower, Shrub, Noggin, and Repetillo is really good in my opinion. And
yeah,
Shrub
me
helps
personally, I would
make
not
that.
want that to remove that.
wow. We all disagree with Hollow.
Okay, y'all disagree with me with that point, but the point still stands that Shrub is a little awkward in the song, and by
Yeah, no,
little,
I see where Hollow's
quite
coming
awkward.
from. Like I can understand completely.
Yeah,
This just seems to boil down to preference because even when we talk about to other people, they'll say like Hollow is like what's going on with you there, bro?
what's
Like they
going
don't
on
see
there,
it as a big
brah?
deal as you do.
it
I'm Jumbo.
it's not a okay. When the island first came out, it was definitely a bigger deal, but like as more
Oh yeah,
shit got added
absolutely.
to the song, then like it became less of a problem.
Yeah, I guess if it's less of a problem now, then that's all that really matters.
So that's a
Hmm.
small Haven W.
It
Nah,
clutters the song so much that it made Shrub less of a problem.
Brother.
quiet, Leon. Now, as you can see, there will be many Haven W's in this cast because
Oh,
Haven is Haven, and yeah. Now, shall we talk about Potbelly next or Noggin?
No, I don't want to talk about Potbelly. Potbelly sucks.
Oh,
all right, let's talk about Noggin. We already talked about
I'm
Monster
down to talk
Cuts.
about
Now we
either
talk
because
about
they're both
Noggin.
pretty good.
We're not talking about any bad monsters. We are only talking about good monsters in this monster cast.
We're
And
talking
talking
about
about good monsters.
Noggin. Noggin isn't Noggin a loop?
I love Noggin on this island.
Noggin on this island is great. It is the main bass keeper of the island. It plays basically almost the entire song. The only place it doesn't play is the intro.
Yeah, it
We can
does.
always
What are
talk
you
about
What
talking
do you mean
about?
it plays the intro?
You meant outro, I'm sure.
Yeah, it plays. Only the place it doesn't play is the outro. And yeah, so we could probably talk about Noggin here and then get it out the way.
Noggin, I have a lot to say on Noggin. Noggin has a very because the thing with Noggin is that on previous islands, well, aside from space and continent and
Oh yeah,
arguably
Noggin
party,
does
no, I'm not gonna say party,
No,
but it's a
tribal.
very simple. Oh yeah, actually, there's also tribal, but for Noggin, most of the time is a very simple paced Noggin, not much. I am misspeaking like all hell. What I'm trying to say is that Noggin is very fast paced than what it usually does.
Mm-hmm.
It works. It's a very, very,
Wait.
very fast rhythm, but again, it works extremely well in the very beginning of the song with the flower and shrub, and another thing that really helps with Noggin is that a part way through its track, or I guess all throughout it, every now and then it has these bassy hits, and those go really hard. Like I love those, and so it just makes the track work a lot for
I
me.
am a much bigger fan of the faster paced noggins over the slower ones. So I think this is a
Yeah,
good noggin. This is one of the better noggins
Yep.
in my opinion.
yeah.
This is the uncontested best Noggin, of course.
No, no, no,
Ah,
no,
to the
no.
surprise of nobody, insert Mr. Krabs face.
Listen, listen. Um, I think probably Space Island does more and Continent's Continent. So yeah, yeah.
I mean, this is still a good Noggin.
This is a good
I
noggin, but
just,
like
I just
anyway.
really love the bassy. Sometimes you may not always notice them, but when you do notice them, it just goes. It's one of the things that really make that very intro
It
work.
really
Mm-hmm.
goes.
But
Yep.
yeah, Noggin W on this one. Let's go, boys.
I love it
Yep.
when noggin is actually like notable.
Yeah,
Yes. Usually Noggin is
I
just
mean, yeah, like a case example of like how slow Noggin may not necessarily be good is like Air Noggin.
man. That's just
like
playing Noggin again.
Yeah, that is just listen. Air Island noggin is not good for different reasons than that.
uh,
A good what's a good example of like a slow noggin is just meh. Oh, Gold Island. There you go.
That's just half of Plant Island Noggin again.
Yo, I love the.
See,
I
like
like how
noggin
we
is just
both basically mentioned Plant Island Noggin.
actually that's the thing though,
Mm-hmm.
because like noggin and Kongo are just better when they're faster paced.
Yeah, it's almost like drums in general are better when they're more interesting.
Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
noggin is decent on not the best thing of all time, but like it's pretty nice. I like it. I
It's
like noggin.
outstanding by Noggin standards.
And okay, so that's noggin. That's shrub. That's oh god, now Potbelly. I'm gonna cry.
It's
Yeah,
time. It's
Yo,
time.
Ho's gonna cry!
All right, now before anyone here talks about it, I need to talk about Potbelly first because, of course, I am this designated Haven expert, and everything I say is fact.
You heard it right
Yes.
here.
Now, all right, Potbelly on Haven. Now this is how you do. Now this is how you do something different with a monster. You see, usually Potbelly only does the you know. But for Haven, the reunion island, Potbelly decided to try something new with this formula. It added what I like to call the shiki bop. That's basically what it is. It just goes map, sugar map, sugar map, sugar map, 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 sugar map, sugar map, sugar map, map. It really adds to the celebratory theme of reunion to Fire Haven. And seeing how fast paced it is and how it's so gleeful to do it, and how it never did this on another island, it shows how unique this Potbelly really is in its performance. Yes, I'm very proud of myself.
All right, well said, Arrow. Now I'm gonna tear that entire argument apart.
Me
Okay.
when Pata predicted Fire
I
Haven.
felt like Liam was just gonna like pull a Liam and just say, "Well, you see, Arrow, the reason they didn't do it again was because it's and that feels like
No,
a
that's
very
not even
Liam
the
thing to
problem
say."
with Fire Haven Potbelly.
It
The problem is that it's
crashes.
the problem with Fire Haven Potbelly is that it plays so much.
That too, but kind of, but not really.
Oh,
But
so
that's not my beef with it. That's
Like
not my
it's
beef.
actually so repetitive. Like where does Potbelly not play in the song? Like it plays like in the intro, plays like in the
where does it
outro, plays
not
like
play?
all over the place.
Listen,
Yeah,
I would agree, except that would make me look like a hypocrite when we do Light Island. But so I'm not gonna agree. My beef with Potbelly is way different, and that is in the second half of Firehaven, there is a key change, and Potbelly's like screw you, and so it ends up clashing horribly with Cybob in the second half, and I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate
What do you
it.
mean clashes? They are glorious together.
They are not. Potbelly literally clashes against Cybob, and it's the worst thing ever. I will die on this hill. I first half on the first half don't care about it. Second half, yikes, 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 and it wouldn't even have been that bad because you don't even hear it clashing in the big flugel burst. But in the Cybop solo, why would they have it play there? Because then it just clashes against Cybop and it's not good.
Solo. Ha 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 ha
It
ha
used to
ha.
be
That
so.
ship was never a solo hollow.
Yeah, it was.
Gobbly-gobbly-gaw.
Now it's
I'm
not.
trying to think about it in my head. You might be dying on that hill, I'm afraid, because like I don't think Cybob and Potbelly sound that bad together, but I can kind of see what you mean.
You
Honestly,
cannot deny
at this
that they
point,
at least clash because they
Cybop.
do clash.
At this point,
Well,
everything just clashes with Cybop.
What do you mean?
in all my years of listening to Firehaven's outro, I've never been like, bro, turn this off. I can't.
That's just me with Potbelly
Like
and
the
the Silent
Cybob
Burst.
Potbelly duet isn't
I
that
have
bad.
never in my years of Firehaven would I say turn it off. I would blast Firehaven full volume.
You know what I mean?
Eh.
Like I am trying to hear Hollow out on this because I can agree with the fact like, oh, like if the first and second halves are in different keys, then yeah, objectively, Potbelly and Cybob are in different keys. I guess in my opinion, I think when they play together, they manage to work.
I don't
I'm
agree
just
at
trying
all.
to think of how they would.
I don't
And
agree at all. Like if Potbelly didn't have the sour notes, it would be a nice duet, but it has the sour notes and it's very like exposed too.
Hollow, then that would make you a hypocrite with Cold Island.
But Cold Island's Cold Island. Cold Island actually like works with dissonance well, but Haven doesn't because it's not a song that
Cold
uses
Island has
dissonance.
freaking dissonance everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, dissonance.
That's
up
not
your
even
ass
that's
crack.
not even a fair comparison because they're not even trying to do anywhere near the same things.
There is
Maybe I need
dissonance
to
up
listen
the ass
to
crack.
an individual duet because
You
I
will
am
hear the
struggling
clash.
to
It is
see
absolutely there.
Potbelly and Cybob clash.
It is absolutely
Right.
there.
No.
I'd like to
Are
bet
we
it's
done?
there. It doesn't
No.
sound bad to me.
Ladies and are we done with the
Well,
intro now?
that's sour notes for you. That's just
I
how
mean,
sour notes work.
I still like to say like Potbelly. Oh yeah, Potbelly does come in the second half of the intro as well with like when Repetillo.
See, I like it. I like it when it's in the first half, but I just don't like it with
Yeah, it's a
Cybob.
very great. It is. It's for as short as it is. It is a very good melody. Like like it works. I agree with Eric. It works really well with like Haven's theme, and I don't mind that it plays a lot. I'm numb to its repetitiveness.
I mean, I'm a Light Island stan. I don't mind repetitive vocals. What I do mind is clashing like that, because it doesn't clash like just one note. It clashes for like a solid 5 notes.
I'm with what it does because I'm trying to listen to my head and I can see what you mean. It seems to be a matter of preference.
Yeah, that's sour notes. It's always preference with sour notes.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I think
But
that's Potbelly.
it doesn't ruin anything, but it's like a little fly that's buzzing in your ear, like Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, that's complete. I respect that. I respect that.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready? Shall we move
You
into
know
the
what's
news
not
now?
a fly that buzzes in your ear?
Repetillo! Jinx, you owe me soda.
Oh yes, let's talk about Repetillo.
Okay, it's my turn.
Repetillo.
It's my turn. It's my
Good.
turn. My turn.
Fine.
I need to
Fine.
rant about Repetillo. Oh my goodness
All right,
gracious.
guys. Okay, warning once again. Hollow's gonna be talking about his male wife, so just skip ahead, okay?
God, no, do not.
Yeah, we don't like the
anytime
gay
Hollow
shit.
speaks, guys, just skip ahead.
God, I'm being bullied. Okay, Repetillo. Absolute. Okay, my personal opinion, Repetillo single-handedly like carries, literally puts the definition and carries this entire island. Jesus Christ. Like the rhythm, the soundfall, the rhythm all come together beautifully, perfectly. If it wasn't for Repetillo, the first half would be straight up shit and the second half would be less good. But thank God this monster exists because we got like honestly one of the single catchiest percussion tracks in the entire game. Let's be real, everyone you've seen all the Repetillo duets track or videos on YouTube. Everyone loves this track. It's so amazing. It's great. I love it. Honestly, my
And I love
opinion.
how.
Honestly,
I
in
love
my
when
opinion, I honestly on God give it the best monster. Sorry, give it the
I
best
love when
monster on the island.
Repetillo like
I
switches
think it's the best monster on the island. I'm gonna be real.
I like when
I
Repetillo
would not argue
switches
with
to
that.
back to its first
Percussion is
track
really underrated.
after like part of like the second half.
Yes, like that is okay. That's a fantastic point, Leon. Because not only does it do that, but it gives it like in the second half, like Leon said, it switches from second to first track, and that just adds to like the natural buildup of Firehaven's second half so perfectly
Yeah.
well. It's
couldn't have
great. It's perfect. Think it's a amazing track. I don't know. Do we think it's worthy of being legendary though? That's the question.
why why Hollow has basically taken the words straight out of my mouth, dug his hand in there, stole them. Stole them.
I would
Stole
on
my
God.
words.
I would on like. I
They're
know it's not the
major.
most.
Arrow would put every single Firehaven monster on the legendary
Well,
tier.
okay. Listen, I would. It's understandable because there are some genuinely amazing tracks on this island. Repetul is one of them, but like, I know it's not like the most interesting or impressive percussion track ever, but like, I'd on God give it the legendary tier just based on how enjoyable it is.
I would give it that just to praise of Attila and good percussion.
I
I agree.
agree.
This is a very good track.
So do we
Um,
think? So are we giving it the legendary tier?
Yes.
I'd be willing to. I would love
Why,
to.
of course.
I heard nothing but yes. Let's go. Let's go. Repetillo is legendary tier. Let's go.
Yo, Repeteer!
All
Huh?
right. Now that we've gotten through all the monsters of the
Oh
intro.
my gosh, Lee.
All right. Now that we've gotten through every monster of the
There's
intro,
nothing I can
shall
do
we
to
move
this.
on to the first verse?
All right. Do we want to talk about Barb or Danadu?
I mean, let's talk about Barb.
We are talking about Barb. Of course, we're talking about Barb.
Oh my
I am the number one
Gahoo,
Barb.
gahoo, gahoo. Gahoo, gahoo,
Oh,
gahoo.
why am I not surprised? Of course, Arrow was making us talk about fucking Barb.
Okay.
Why,
What's
yes,
your
the
opinion on
number
Barb,
one.
guys?
All right, no, I'll start, of course. Now, Barb, what is Flower without its trusty cactus girlfriend, Barb?
Bro, Flower and Barb are
Arrow,
literally
shout out to
related.
Flower X Barb.
Yeah, Flower and Barb. They are the duet to end all fire duets. They are the number one duet. So when Barb and Flower play together on Haven, of course it's going to sound great. You have Flower with his low chance, and then you have you have
You have
Barb.
Barb, who sounds straight up demonic.
You have Barb providing more higher pitched vocal with it.
Mon Barb.
You know,
Gahoo,
that's
gahoo, gahoo.
yeah, makes Barb. This island uses Barb and Flower together to its advantage to boost the first verse to a great advantage. And I would say, and Barb is definitely a really good monster. We love Barb.
You know what? I gotta have to admit, I don't think Barb does nothing, but it basically is still just Flower 2.
The thing
Yeah, I
about
think
Barb
that's
is
right.
that
It is pretty harsh to call Barb
it's.
a nothing
I
burger
mean,
monster.
okay,
Because it is there.
it's interesting because like
Barb does do something, but
it's like
also
it
mostly Flower
you
2.
hear it, it's noticeable. You know what it does, but like it's not like with Flower. Flower plays in other parts that give it more to his name. Barb only has the part where it's just being background filler monster. So like
Barb played in the second half of the song where Patillo's first track comes back in again.
Ma-
because it fits in that verse perfectly, in my opinion.
well, they didn't do that, so it doesn't have that to
They
its
should have
name.
done it.
I personally like Flower. I think just has more to it because of its placements. Well, Barb just doesn't. So I personally think that it's no more than an average air filler. But
I mean,
yeah,
But I agree. Barb
I
is
mean,
kind of just
what?
there.
I mean, I
Not
don't think
bad,
you're
but
too fond of
again.
Flower in the first half. I think so. What's your thoughts on Barb in the first half?
yeah, it's just average air
That
filler.
is quite literally the only place it plays, Lean. But yeah, I've said what I've said about Barb. All right.
Yeah, I think Barb served its purpose.
It's serviceable, but it's not much more than that.
Barb is Barb.
That could probably foreshadow
Barb.
a certain other monster, a certain other freak of nature.
What do you
Barb.
mean?
There are no ethereal workshop monsters here, Lean.
I don't know about that.
There's monsters that would like other monsters' feet.
Oh my gosh.
God
Oh
damn
my
it!
god. Lean, shut.
We're going there.
Lean, shut up. All right. Now, are we done talking about Barb?
All right, Barb is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, Danadu.
He is
All
the
right.
Barb.
Dandy Doo.
Uh,
All right. I will talk about Dandy Doo first. Now, Dandy Doo.
better
Now, Dandy Doo. If there's a way that you could now first ask yourself, what's a better way to celebrate the return of fire in Firehaven's celebratory theme? Why?
Use plant.
Why? A motif to the first island of the franchise, of course.
But
And that's
why?
exactly what Dandy Doo.
I wouldn't know.
Motif
It should have
to
done continent Danadu.
That's what and that's what Dandy Doo.
Yeah, that's what Blue Fly does. I
I
wrote it.
fucking yes, and a motif to play on, and that's what Dandy Doo knew that it needed to do. De do. Yes, yes, but not only is it just a play on motif, it adds something new to the end. Because when it does the do, it adds an extra do, which adds its own flair to the usual fur-corn motif of Plant Island. And that soon would carry to Light Island, of course, with Furcorn. Yes. And it adds way more of a celebratory theme, as I said, because what better way to celebrate the return of a lost element than to celebrate the first island in the game itself?
Yeah, let's celebrate the lost element by having a focus on the island of plant.
Well, plants
I
on the
think
island.
fire burns plants, if I'm not mistaken.
Brother.
Plants on the island, so shut the fuck up.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's got you there.
All right. So Danadu, I like the idea
This is
of
where
giving
Arrow
it the
gets
fur
measured.
corn motif. I think for Danadu that would have been nice. I don't think it was a bad idea to give it the fur corn motif. What I don't like is the performance because it's way too. It's like in Chantling where it's just too overblown and it doesn't do well for the song, especially because it's the only melody playing in that verse. So so it's a double-edged sword, and it's because like you need it in the song because it's the main melody and it's the only melody, but it's also not very good because it's kind of very like very screechy. So like I'm not a fan personally.
All right, Lee, you want to go next or should I
Leon,
go?
Leon.
Yeah, high score could go next.
All right.
Leon, did your ears bleed?
Yeah, if Hollow, gosh, even when people do impressions of this Dandy Do, it freaking hurts and hurts. I agree that, like, I don't have beef with the fact that it's a Plant Island motif because it's a good, interesting melody to have. It's the most interesting melody in that verse. It's essential
It's
because
the only
otherwise
one.
that verse doesn't have any melody and it's just chords, whatever nonsense. There's nothing interesting to listen to. So it is the most interesting thing to listen to, but Paulo is right in that this performance is utter shite. Not completely though, because I like the do at the end, but it's that first part and that god-forsaken high note. It is so awful. why did it need to be that high? It is. I guarantee you, people have clicked off of listening Firehaven because of Dandy Doo.
Not only
I
that, but it's
remember.
so
I remember
harsh.
back in our shanty, in our very the first group server we ever made. Um, there was one person there, and they listened to Firehaven, and they said that they had to click off of that video because it was so bad. And I guarantee you, it was because of Dandy Doo.
I think it's a 3v1 here that we think Dandadu's kind of doo doo
I can
for.
recognize the positives here again. Like I
Danny
agree,
Doo
the
is
fight
kind of
art
doo.
motif is good, and I like the last couple notes at the end. The do. Like that's the only pleasant part of the track. It's that first. It's the first part is just awful. Like
Nice cut-offs.
and it's just that high note just absolutely ruins it for me.
It's not pleasing to listen to. Like you listen to the rest of this album. You have a bunch of like deep, like low, like almost booming shit going on. Like the castle bass stuff. They're all like very low sounding, but then you just have like this loud screeching thing going off and like it just sticks out like a sore thumb and it hurts your ears.
There's a lot of
Alright, is this enough talking about Danny Doo?
Like
We
you will
need
have to
skip
turn
out.
it. I had to turn it down so much to get it anywhere to listenable.
Alright, let's talk about the castle because that's bait.
Okay. Here's the thing about the
Okay.
castle base. The thing about this castle base is that other castle bases are like, yeah, it's the base of the song. It does stuff. Yeah, like that's the most you can say about it. But this castle base,
is literally
I can
nicer.
actually say things about this castle base because it's actually pretty good castle base. Not gonna lie.
Firehaven castle base is literally Snizer. It's
I
more
would
Snizer than Snizer ever was in
that
MSM1.
Arrow got absolutely ratioed about Dandy Doo.
as now I will be the one to say stuff about the castle because I am the one taking over here. Now, the castle, of course, is great. It's bassy. It's powerful. It adds a bit of an ominous tone to the celebration. Well, you know, they are in a volcano. It is kind of a bit ominous. Mm,
Bro laughed at that.
yeah, his humor is fucked up.
He's gonna fucking die.
Now, where was I? Yes, there's very deep to it. There's very deep tone to it, which is great for a bass for a song, so it doesn't feel empty. Of course, we know good basses. We have yeah, and there's definitely a meme where people thought that that Sneezer was in the castle. Yes, don't
Bro,
judge.
having a first house, and as soon as you say sneeze, everyone's just like, "Oh hell no!"
Oh hell
Yeah,
no!
It's just
don't
like Hollow
judge.
when he said Plady.
Shut it.
Look, if Hollow can say Plady and High Score can say Scaratar, then I can say freaking Sneezer.
God,
What do I say?
your
Okay,
face.
you guys can shit on me all you want for saying Scaratar, but I will agree. Hollow saying Plady is absolutely the worst of it.
God, I will agree
It's,
that Drew saying Scaratar is actual garbage.
it's not garbage. It's Scarab Sitar.
Don't care!
Scaratar.
Didn't ask!
Anyways, what are we talking about? Castle.
Yes, we were talking about Castle. Yeah.
Yeah, the castle is honestly really good.
I actually have things to say about this castle base. So,
Yeah,
like,
you usually don't have a lot to write down with for castles. You know,
yeah,
they're just
they're stupidly
but
plain.
castles like this, they stand out. And there will soon be another castle base that we can talk about that also stands out.
I really like. I really. No. No.
Not
Not
that one, not that
man,
one at all.
not that one at all. It has to do with it has to do with something that's very synthesizing. Now, but that's a monster cast for another day.
Okay, here's my thing with the castle. Other usually castles are like, yeah, it's base, it does its job, blah 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 blah, and whatever. But this castle base, like, I love it when songs actually like put focus in on the bass, especially MSM songs, because like songs that put more focus on the bass, you get shit like Thwok, you get shit like fucking wow, I'm tweaking out so hard right here, guys.
You get fire away.
Hollis tweaking.
I'm tweaking. This song and god, there was one that I literally, oh, of course, like Workshop
Workshop.
Castle Bass. Like those
Mhm.
are absolutely goated bass tracks. And
Yeah,
that,
those are
that's
once
because the
again those
song
are
actually gives you a reason to focus in on it. Unlike a crappy bass part, which is like Fairy Island, because like Fairy Island doesn't even do anything interesting with this castle.
Or I guess you would say psychic.
Psychic Island gives me headaches. So that's for a different reason.
Well, but once again, those are monster casts for another day.
But what I love about this castle specifically, not only does that song give you a reason to focus in on it, but what it adds like a nice, delicious layer of atmosphere to the verse it plays in, especially in the second half. Like it just flows so beautifully well, and I love its duet with the with Star. Like not only that, but like the castle base with Star, like that is a fantastic duo. I will admit that right here right now.
Great.
Even though it's just
I agree.
like it's only like chords, but like it's very interesting chords, and I really like the chords. So I'll give it
Very
that.
atmospheric. Very atmospheric.
Very
Well,
atmospheric. Fills in a lot of air. Does good things. I really like it. Like it's just long notes this time around, but I definitely think the sound file really added to
That
this
is
castle.
absolutely it.
Wait, is
I
it
would like to
something
take
about
my turn,
dog?
if I may, to talk about the
mm,
castle.
Go ahead.
well, shall we talk about Stog after the castle then?
Arrow, I literally just okay. I thought you were gonna move on immediately after said I asked for my turn.
Loser. You
Don't
don't get a
worry, don't
turn.
worry. I want you guys
Alright.
to probably
All I'm
okay.
gonna say is that what I love about this castle base is that nostalgia isn't the right word, but it just brings back those times, you know? Like I think the main appeal to this castle that it has to me is that it really makes you feel like you're inside a volcano. Like it's very rumbly and bassy and atmospheric. Like it really makes you feel like you're on Fire Island.
Ah,
I
ambient.
Like, and
completely
it's
agree.
interesting too. Like it go like in the second track, like bum boom boom boom. Like it sounds like a volcano about to erupt. Like it really helps with the theme of the island, which is fire, and
It's
I
like
love
how
it for that.
Ludwig was on Starhenge, just like it's subverts the tone without it just completely fucking it over.
Dun
This is the
dun
tone.
dun 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 dun.
Like Ludwig is like very dark and eerie in like a very triumphant song, and then here it's the same thing.
Ludwig's literally the second monster added to Starhenge.
And Skartar was the first. What is your problem?
Look,
How could there be a subversion if
Nancy
there's
agrees.
only Skaratar?
Well, there were more. Okay, do you think they really were just composing it as they went along? Like,
No, I'm
Nick
pretty
is
sure they
definitely the kind of person who thought they made songs in a send as they went along.
definitely
godly,
already
and
had well underway.
all right. Well, I think this castle base is straight up fire, pun completely intended.
Yes.
Now we
No
got to
one
do
can
what
disagree.
absolutely completes the duet. We got to talk about Stog, and Stog is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fire-
Dog, more like
no, you know
fog.
him.
Now,
It's the
now,
Pinocchio.
now, I shall start off with Stog. Of course, we can't. It's Stog, so it's obviously going to be foundational to the song. You're going to have your now. Now Firehaven, I'd say, popularized the formula of Stog. But previously, it had first become prevalent on Space Island. Yes, not continent. I think it did. It did. I don't think it did it on continent, but it first did it on Space Island.
Wait, does it do on continent? I think
No,
it's the second track.
continent is like it's basically melody on continent, and then on Space Island it kind of does both.
Yeah, but for Firehaven, it capitalizes on the and uses it to its advantage to make its duet with the castle absolutely phenomenal. It gives it the boost. It gives the castle's low bass with its high arpeggio, of course. You know, as Stog does, it usually does a lot to the islands. As Stog,
Big
yeah.
air filler, but I don't know if I would call it an average air filler.
Absolutely not.
Stog is an air filler, but he is a very good air filler.
It's
If
not
you
like
if you
it's not like Fairy Island stock where you had no reason to listen to it and it was kind of irrelevant and who gives a shit. But this stock is actually like adds to the song in interesting ways.
yeah, if you took out like fairy stock, you probably would not notice it because it's pretty quiet.
You
If you took out
absolutely
this
wouldn't.
stock,
I agree with you.
you'd immediately notice the difference. Immediately.
Thing is,
Yeah.
Fairy Island stock had nothing going for it. This stock has like atmosphere going for it. That and a duet with the castle base.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Dog.
I love how you did like good Fairy Island stock impression, Leon. Not even the right island. These keep sounding like Fairy Island stock. Jesus.
Because the melody is literally Fairy Island song.
It is not. What are you talking about?
Versus.
I think he's just stupid, guys.
Brother.
Arrow, you literally also sound like Fairy song according to Hollow.
See, it's hard to do it because you have to go like very low. Oh, see, that was a little bit closer to the second track.
Yeah, because I'm good.
All right.
Now,
So
all right,
Stog,
anything
I
else to
think
tell
is
about Stog?
I think Stog is really good. Not the best thing in the world because there are better Stogs, but honestly, best. I would on God give it best MSM1 Stog, at least.
Yeah, because all
That's
the
fair.
other
That's fair.
songs
Actually,
go.
no. I would argue Bone Stock is way better than
Oh
versus
yeah, Bone! I forgot Bone Island Stog existed. Tells you how much I listen to Bone Island.
Nothing. You don't even listen to Bone.
Honestly, I still
Now-
give Haven Stog better because I think it does more.
Yeah. Well, once again, that is a
lot
masterclass
faster
for
than
another
the
day.
first. That's fair. I feel like. See, the thing with Stog is that it's really good, but it gets drowned down a lot. So in the Full Fire Haven song, it's hard to notice.
That's no. The song actually gives you a reason to notice Firehaven Stog. Like once other shit
Okay, well,
starts,
you know what? Then that's good. I'm glad it does. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, you can hear Stog.
yeah, in Bone Island, once other shit starts coming up, you have no reason to listen to Stog. The song just kind of treats it like more filler, but on Firehaven it doesn't.
I want you guys.
All right. You drive
You
hard.
guys can't see. You guys can't see this, but in chat, Leon is doing a meme of the Stog arpeggio.
Yeah, I was gonna point that out.
Now, is everyone done talking about Stog?
Okay, there's only
Yeah, I
okay.
don't
Hold on,
have
hold on,
a
hold on,
lot.
hold on. Okay, we talked about Stog. That means there is only one monster left to talk about in the first half. We are talking about Bazinga.
Yes, one of the
Yeah,
most
that's
recent.
right. I was gonna address that.
Even. Now let me start this off. So you guys remember how how people were saying about how Denji was the only melody. Well, throw all that out the window because throw all that out the window and start playing the Big Bang Theory because we have
The Big Bang
Bazinga.
Theory.
The Big Bang Theory because we have Bazinga.
Bro,
And
I don't think Bazinga does a melody. It literally just does what Stog does.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not.
Bazinga's gonna do an arpeggio.
It's still the
yeah,
same like notes.
Well, yeah, it's not. It's not the exact same like thing as I was saying. Now I'm gonna say now. Hold on. Bazinga, of course, is a different melody, like Dandy do, and it helps to add a bit of difference into the song, so it doesn't get like isn't just like one melody and then the main chords and then just everything else. It adds a bit of difference and gives it a more and gives it more strings because an island could be pretty good without. Blech.
Brother,
I am not a speaker, as you can see.
no
This
one
is
can
my
speak
first
today.
speaking role.
No one can
Everyone
speak
can
today.
Island could always use an island could always use an island for a tone like this could always use some strings.
True.
Yes, and I think Bazinga, of course, does this extremely well. And while Mythical Island makes you ascend, this one well okay, let me say this right now. I'm saying it already, but while Mythical Island Bazinga will make you ascend, this Bazinga keeps you grounded. It reminds you of the things in life that you already have. of course.
I think that's a good way to explain it, to be honest.
About it like that way.
Mm,
Nice
nah,
shot.
Be quiet, Liam.
Ha!
Yeah, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say Bazinga is just chords because it's very interesting.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
call it a
and
melody either, though.
even
'cause-
like the first part of the melody is like.
Yeah, that's like Bazinga's. It's like one of their monster has like a thing that it's known for, like a leitmotif. Like that's like
It only
Bazinga's
plays
iconic
twice in the song,
leitmotif.
like Danny do, but I
Dun, and it does a lot. And
It's not.
I like what Bazinga does on Fire Haven.
It's not a melody. It's just kind of droning notes, because the only melodies Xanadu.
I mean, it is a drone set. That is its entire purpose.
It's not just. I mean, it's not. It is chords, but it also isn't just chords. It has like
Yeah,
it has like chords plus like a tinge of melody in it.
yeah, it has them slide notes.
Well, here's the thing. It's way much better to listen to than Danny do, which is why I'm happy it exists.
True, you're so real for that one.
Happy Bazinga. Yeah, I'm over
Alright,
it.
I think we're about to wrap it up with the first
No,
half.
I'm not done with Bazinga. I'm not talking about
Oh,
Bazinga.
okay. Continue. High score.
I am satisfied. I like what Bazinga does, and I agree. A song like Haven definitely benefits from having strings, but I do feel like it has a ton of missed potential because it should have played in the second half of the song, and it doesn't. So that means like when it stops playing, like it just feels jarring because like I would have expected this song to have like more consistent strings, and to just not have strings throughout the rest of the song. It's the same thing as like Water Island, where like Quibble plays in the first half and then stops. But like a piano would like really pop off in a water song and it just doesn't. It's the same thing here with Fire Haven, where like Bazinga would have benefited from a second track in the second half of the song, and it doesn't do that. So I just feel like Bazinga had missed potential in Fire Haven. It could have done a lot more.
What we got is kind of okay. It's fine. It's not the best thing in the world.
I like it.
But oh my god, is it a goddamn
It
miracle?
could have done more.
Is it a goddamn miracle though? Because that means I don't have to listen to Xanadu.
Yeah, that's true. If you can,
But yeah, I
if
guess
it
we're
provides
done
alternative
with the
melody
first
than
half.
you, we got a miracle.
All right, we have.
Alright, guys, what is your opinion on the first half?
All right, yeah. Are we done with the first half now? Overall thoughts on the first half?
Not very good, to be honest. Not very good. I think
Honestly, I think it's a fine start despite all of its flaws.
it's very stiff. The word I would use it is stiff. Flower is a stiff vocal. Barb is a stiff vocal. Potbelly is a stiff vocal. The only things that aren't stiff are the instrumentals, and then Xanadu makes my ears bleed. So I don't really like the first half a lot.
A word that's synonymous with stiff is hard.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I guess you could say the start of the song goes stiff.
Thank you.
The first half of Fire Haven is hard.
I hate you so much. I
Yeah,
hate
the
you.
first half of Fire Haven goes hard, guys.
Shut
Even
up!
Hollow agrees.
Now, okay. Now, as I would,
Fire Haven goes
for my opinion, I think that the first half of Fire Haven does what it can do to provide the celebratory tone, and the first part with its Quiet Island motifs and its instrumentals and foundation and chords and melodies, it does well, very well, of course.
Wow, that's not a lot of monsters. I bet this Monstercast would go by very quickly.
I'm of the opinion that the very start of the song, which I've been repeating a lot, which is Flala, Noggin, Shrub, and then later Rapatillo and Potbelly. Like those five monsters make for a fantastic start to a song, in my opinion. And I do like the part where the castle comes in and Stog and all that stuff. Like that stuff is pretty solid. It's just the one thing holding it back, in my opinion, because I don't mind monsters like Barb and Flaw being background. It's just what holds it back is just yeah, Liam, just Dandy Do being bad. Bazinga did definitely add some more to the table. So I can say that I like it, but Dandy Do really does make or break a first impression of Haven. Like
Me and muted. Oh, never mind.
I'm still of the opinion that Danny Do is just that awful.
I agree with that take.
Wow, goes by so
Yeah.
fast.
Although
I
I
wonder.
would say that I do like the first half. It's just Danny Do is the one thing holding it back.
This went by so fast. I wonder if the second half would also be fast.
Oh,
It's like we've been
you
here
are
for
not
5
ready.
years.
You are not ready because I hope we all know who is soon to come up.
Whoa, we're
But
gonna be talking
no,
about.
no one say it yet. No one say it yet. We'll get there when we get there.
Dude,
And when
everyone
we
saw
get
the
there,
Emerald Island video. We know you're talking about Flugel.
oh,
Yeah.
we'll get there.
See, it's kind of
When-
Amber was the first one we did, so it's I even forget like guys, when are we gonna do Amber? I forget.
How'd you forget? That was the first one we did.
Brother.
Yes. Therefore it was the yeah, it was the first one we did, so it's the longest one we've been, so I forget how we did it.
Okay, that's fair. Now,
Alright. Yeah, let's talk about the foot freak. All right, guys, what's your opinion on Train?
Oh my gosh.
now before we get to the full
Are you
verse,
trying
we
to
gotta
tell us
talk about
something, Lane?
get to the okay. Okay, now before we get to the actual verse, we gotta talk about the bridge verse.
Okay,
Which is, you know,
okay. There's a lot to talk about here, but we have to start with Tweedle. I'm so ready to talk about Tweedle.
Okay, everybody. Okay, I'll take a
Yeah.
back seat. Hollow in advance told me that to take a back seat for this one because he wants to talk about Tweedle. So I will oblige.
In the black seat, I'm afraid.
God damn it, Drew.
God.
Okay, Tweedle on this island. Okay, remember back when we did Cloud Island? I said, yeah, I don't quite think Cloud Island Tweedle's the best one. That is because I was thinking of this Tweedle. And that is because this Tweedle is peak Tweedle in every single way imaginable. And I am about to tell you.
Paulo agrees that a monster is peak on Haven.
This is peak
yes.
Tweedle.
Haven, of course. It's Peak Haven, of course. It must.
Alright, first thing about Tweedle. It does fur corners motif, but actually not makes my ear bleed, so that's an instant W. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Tweedle on this island. First off, vocal performance, incredible in every way. I love the vocal performance so much. It's so like joyous, but not being too overblown, unlike somebody. And then just like the way it works with the melody, it just works so well. God damn, Tweedle, you popped off with this one. But it does more than
Tweedle
just that.
really did redeem herself on Fire Haven.
Okay, Leon. Okay,
Absolutely.
but like, was like, okay, there's more to it though. Like I mentioned how the first half of Firehaven is very stiff with a lot of stiff vocals, and I'm not a fan. Tweedle brings that fluidity back into the song with his amazing performance and jaw-dropping melody, with like the furcore motif, but like not just like copy paste furcore motif. Like it actually adds on to the melody itself, and that is such a genius idea that they later did again with Light Island, and it worked just as well there, even better there. And it's
yeah, because of Furcorn on Light Island.
Furcorn, but like, okay, there's just so much to it. Like the fluidity that it brings to the song is just so great. Because again, before just stiff vocals, not good, we're not grooving. It's just stiff. It's no. But Tweedle comes in and adds that fluidity to the song. It's honestly handily carries its own verse. It gets its own solo, its own moment to shine. At last, since God forbid, since goddamn Cold Island, it gets a solo. So it's a special moment for Tweedle. And then it goes later into the song. Shut it, Leon!
We'll talk about that later, Leon, of course. Come on.
And then later in the song, when it's playing with Glowl and Candelabra, it has incredible duets all around. It just flows into that song so well. It goes so well with Cybop. It goes so well with Flugel. It goes so well with Glowl, Candelabra, etc., etc. It doesn't overstay its welcome either, because it doesn't just... because it only plays in the second half in its own verse. Like, at least for Silent to have his moment to shine, so that's good. And it's just such an enjoyable, amazing, fun vocal track. Like, Tweedle really did it with this one. I think easily best Tweedle. One of the best monsters on this island, personally. Like, I know there's a lot of good monsters, but this is one of my favorites. I give it top 5, honestly. Because, like, it has, like, the great performance, the great melody. It adds to the song. It's darn like crucial to the song. It has its solo, it brings fluidity, it has everything going for it. So like, it's perfect.
So
It's
are we
honestly
saying
perfect.
Tweedle on Firehaven is legendary?
Maybe I actually no. I wouldn't say it's one of the best monsters, but it's not like I'd say it's more like a top 5 than a top 3. But it's honestly one of my favorite though. I'll give it that.
As a Haven Tweedle enjoyer myself, I agree with everything you just said.
Excellent.
As a Haven enjoyer, period, I humbly agree.
I agree too.
Tweedle is amazing on this island. Nothing will ever change my mind. I will die on this hill. Best Tweedle, best girl, amazing,
We're
top
dying
tier.
on the hill together.
So
We're
good,
back.
so
We're gonna
good. I
talk
love.
about-
One thing that Hollow and Elijah will ever agree on.
All right, next thing to talk
Oh
about.
yeah, we gotta talk about the part in the trailer too. They freaking knew what they were doing using Tweedle in the trailer.
I know that was straight up iconic. Okay.
Yeah, they slowed down and then the freaking beat drop hit.
Tweedle is flawless on this island. Nothing will ever change my mind on that.
No one will ever change their mind. I'm not
Yeah,
changing my mind.
but
Who
yeah,
would?
why call it a solo when we have error?
Shut it, Leanne. No. We are not talking about that yet. Because before we talk about that, there's other things we gotta talk about. Tweedle's fantastic, amazing,
No.
but okay.
Wait, do we talk about Reedling next?
Do we want to talk about Reedling or Candelabra?
So are we going to talk about Sourno or bad sound font?
Brother. Okay, that's it. We're talking about Candelabra because I'm about to rebuttal that statement. Because what on earth are you smoking?
No, I got this first. Yes. Now,
Yeah.
Candelabra. Now, how would you ask yourself, what better way to redeem Candelabra after Ember Island?
Use the same shitty sound font.
No!
Shut the fuck up, Leanne. I'm trying to fucking speak.
Ratio.
Now, where was I? Yes. Put it on the best fucking island, of course. Now, Candelabra, of course, has things going for it. Good sound font, good animation, and it of course brings life with its freaking sound. So that's always good.
Don't forget, Arrow. Do not forget actual melody this time.
Yes. Actual. Yes. Melody. Melody. What's the name of that one new Angry Bird? Melody.
Go.
Of course.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's another Angry Bird, man. Thank you. Now, advice now. Of course, Candelabra was added in the ever so great Fire expansion update. I had to cop it immediately.
Yeah, I can't believe that this wildfire sale is just Candelabra.
Yeah. There was. Yeah, as I've said before, Candelabra adds a great deal to the bridge verse, and of course the second verse climax, as we know. I think it does very well. I don't get the fucking hype. I don't get why everyone hates the sound font. I really don't.
Yeah, Leanne, why do you hate the sound font so much?
Okay, now.
Yeah, that's right. Every time you show it, Leanne, what's so bad about this sound font, Leanne?
It is vastly inferior compared to what it pulled off in Dawn of Fire.
But who
It's
cares?
I can agree with that at least.
Who cares though? Like, it's not
Big
like
Blue Bubble has contact. They use Flores for Magical Nexus. What's their fucking excuse for Fire Haven Candelabra?
Here's the excuse. The sound font is not bad. You're just tweaking.
I mean, I get people saying it doesn't sound like a voice, because especially on Amber Island, it sounds like a voice, but on Firehaven, you could make an argument that it does not sound like a voice. To me personally, I am in a boat that I don't care, because the melody is that good and the sound is that pleasant that I enjoy it. So the sound font just doesn't ruin it for me. It still sounds, even if it is worse than other sound fonts before it. It's
okay, the melody
it doesn't sound bad. I can enjoy it.
It may not be the best fire. It may not be the best fire expansion monster, but it's not the worst either. It's
absolutely
not Bone Island Gnarls.
It is easily an improvement to Firehaven.
I'd honestly give it.
Candelabra fixed the design of Firehaven, Candle Lady, Candle Island.
Okay, I have more to say about Candelabra because
I am very grateful for that.
Here we go. Candelabra on this island is actually perfection. I'm gonna be real. I adore this Candelabra. Sound font, not a problem for me. So, first of all, melody, incredible. But the duets this time Candelabra has fantastic duets. Persona with Tweedle. Honestly, godlike with Glauo. Amazingly well with Flugel. It melts into the song perfectly well. It doesn't overshadow anything. It doesn't play on top of anything. Works alongside everything as it should. And we haven't seen that from Candelabra in a hot minute, let me tell you. Because before we got Amber Island, and before it was Party Island, which is fine, but then it was also Space Island, and yeah, so honestly,
We'll get this.
honestly though, like Continent, obviously I'm gonna say Continent's the best because I'm me, but I give Haven the second best, and like it's
Oh, you
honestly close.
mentioning duets reminded me I had one thing to say about Tweedle, and it's that I like Tweedle's duets with the percussion monsters like Noggin and Repetilla.
Oh yeah, the rhythm just go flawlessly together.
Yeah, the rhythms really accent some of the beats on Tweedle.
Candelabra, I I don't think there's any issues with
Fine,
it.
I would admit the beat Candelabra's a good monster on Firehaven.
There you go.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
thank you, Leon.
Like
You are
people,
smart.
I agree. Like I can get the sentiment for like, oh yeah, the sound font's inferior, but like sounds good. It sounds good.
I don't. It's like, yeah, the Dawn of Fire sound phone is better, but like, even then, in Dawn of Fire, they didn't even have the same sound phone for all three islands because it had the sound phone for Continent Space, but then Party Island was different. So like, who cares?
I think Party Candelabra is actually the same sound font as Party Chorister.
Is it?
Is it?
That'd be cool.
I don't know.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, it
But
is.
here's what I'll say. You're allowed to think what sound font is better or not, but don't act like you're better. That's what I'll say.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Hollow gets it.
Did
Hollow
anyone
gets it.
ask?
No, I wasn't talking. I wasn't addressing any of y'all specifically. Just like a general statement.
That one was so good. I'm laughing so hard,
Wait,
I
Hollow's
wasn't
laughing.
joking.
brother. Okay, we have to talk
Broski,
about the next
That was
monster.
a joke.
All right.
Alright.
Now we talk about
Really?
Readling, and I'm gonna let you guys do the talking for this one.
All right.
Or no.
I got this.
All right.
I got this, guys. Readling on Firehaven. Now, you're at first you're just gonna say, Readling doesn't do much, but Readling does do something. It is kind of an air filler, but also adds its own little oomph to the song with its freaking dun 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 dun. Did someone just drop? Did someone just drop something?
Drop the
I know
sour
that.
note.
I dropped my tablet on my toes.
Oh wow! Hey, Leon, look, you that foot joke you wanted.
Oh god damn it, Arrow!
You're welcome, Leon. All
Yeah, we're going to suck
Of
all
course,
this tone.
done, done.
Wrong monster arrow.
Yeah, Arrow.
Well, this would have been more thematic if you talked about Tring. Now, where was I? Yeah, Flugel. Did I just say Flugel? I meant Readling. Readling. Dun 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 dun. It does that, and it adds a bit of like a subtle beat to it, even though it's
No,
It keeps it
no,
faster.
no. It doesn't add a beat because it doesn't play the beat. It accents or it brings out the offbeat.
yes, yes.
Really
That's
does
what I wanted to say.
Good.
I couldn't think of the words to say, but Hollow actually brought them. Thank you, Hollow.
You're welcome,
Really makes
Arrow.
offbeat good.
It doesn't even play off.
Right,
It plays like
brings out the off notes.
It's
it brings
not.
off,
It's
like, the
it plays
notes.
on the off beats, but that doesn't mean it's offbeat.
Yeah. Now people
Readling does it already.
now as Leon says about the sour note. Yeah, apparently it's a sour note that it has.
It does.
Then it plays once.
It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, that's
It
the
really
thing about the
doesn't-
sour note. It doesn't do anything, but what pisses me off about the sour note is like, why would you purposely make a sour note? But like, it just like a random ass
Yeah,
sour
why
note in
would
there.
you make Readling's characteristic actively damage the song? Like, it doesn't even do much for Firehaven.
Like,
but, like,
I like
oh
the
my
track.
God,
I
so
like
much
the
wrong
track. I
with
like
how-
what it does for. I like the little. I like the like. It's like. It's not. I won't even call it background noise to be honest. I call it more like flourish, and I like what it does. But like, Why would you give it a purposeful sour note? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I guess it's trying to
Why
be
is
flourish,
Riedling
but
suddenly
it doesn't
characterized
stand
by
out at
slightly
all.
sour notes?
Yeah, that.
Like, no one ever talks about Riedling on Fire Emblem.
Why did Riedling suddenly become a dog?
I would agree. I would say
Because
that
it's,
people would
it's
talk
like
about it more
vague.
without the
Making
time.
Riedling a dog was the best thing that happened to Riedling since life.
Reeling is adorable as a dog. What are you on, Lian?
Finally, someone who agrees.
I
Yeah.
don't mind I don't mind Reedling being a dog. But yeah,
Yes.
we're talking
Why
about
does
dog,
they
believers
do what
rise
they
up.
do for Riedling? Like, huh?
Yeah,
Whatever.
why sound
Right.
out? Doesn't
Yeah,
make
I don't
any
know.
sense.
How did that even
This
get
is
brought
like
up?
right before Riedling becomes a dog.
It doesn't make sense why they would add a sour note to it purposefully. It doesn't do well for Reeling as a monster. Doesn't
Well,
do
I
well
mean,
for the song.
it's like, I guess it's like, because I do remember like in like a Q&A they did. Well, maybe not a Q&A, but like one of the things that says like, they're monsters. Like the singing isn't always perfect, but like.
Is
I guess
that
it's like-
also why they made Souza offbeat on Amber?
Oh my gosh.
Liam,
Yeah, they made
we
Sousa's
talked
off
about
on
this.
Amber Island, but guess what, buddy? It works.
Yeah, this. I
But,
mean, the sour
I
note
enjoy
doesn't
reading
work,
on
but
this
it.
island a lot.
Okay, listen. The sour note doesn't work, but it's not like it's like. It doesn't work, but that
Sounding
doesn't
is
mean
great.
it's like a big problem because like it's like a sour note for like half a second. So like it's
Yeah,
not a
it's
big
like-
deal.
It literally
You
only
literally
plays one
can't notice
song.
it. if you
It's
try.
not a big
Yeah,
deal, but it's
yeah,
just like why would you do that? It's confusing.
Liam, Liam? I asked Lee, why if it plays half a second, why are you bringing it up so much? I'm trying to talk about Reedling.
Because why would they purposely add a sour note?
Yeah, like it
We
doesn't
honestly
make
don't
any
know.
sense.
We have no explanation for this.
There,
Yeah,
it just doesn't make any
we,
sense.
We may never know, but it's not like it does anything
It's not.
wrong.
It's not harmful to the song because it doesn't do
Yeah.
enough to harm the song, but it's still
That's honestly a
weird.
goddamn miracle.
It's just weird why
Yeah.
they would do that.
It do something wrong if it was probably like playing for longer.
If it was like Potbelly, where just like played the sour notes for longer, it'd be a big problem. But it only does
Oh
it for
yeah,
like half a
true.
second.
Potbelly has more sour notes than
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Oh my God, Liam, please.
No, he's right.
No,
He's right. He's
no,
right
I see
about
the
that.
point.
Are we done talking about Reedling?
Yeah, Reedling is
Everyone
very
says everything
simple,
is said. I
very
want to give
simple.
everyone a fair about.
Okay, here's the thing about real quick. Reeling is probably gonna get the contributes, but can be flawed at times here. Let's just be real.
Sure.
Well, in this case, flawed at one specific time.
Just like one little itty bit, and it's down the tier. That's music for ya.
Music is very weird.
You know what else is weird? Tring!
Oh yes, Tring. We can't forget. Oh yes, the big boss of the island. Now
Weird girl.
Tring. Yes, Tring. The very subjective. And the quad
To be
that
fair, quads don't need to do everything.
yeah, this Tring. The quad that subverted expectations upon release. You'd think with its big hulking body, it'd be able to do a very powerful sound, but no.
I mean, it does it on Amber.
It does transition on
I've
Ember.
said it before, but Tring is like the anti for Corn, where instead of this tiny monster that makes a very blaring, impactful sound, it's this very big, impressive monster that makes a very minimal, blink and you'll miss it sound.
Yeah. Now for Tring on Haven, it may not do much, but it does add a good accent to percussionists like Repetillo, because you have Repetillo going ding, 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 and then when Repetillo does the ding, but Tring does its ding.
Obviously, this is before Amber Island, but at its time, it did a lot for by Tring.
Yeah, it's like dun, ding, dun, dun, ding, dun, ding, dun, dun, ding.
Okay, here's what I think. Continent Tring, it's only one thing, but honestly does the most. Amber Tring transitions was crucial. This string gives like a nice little, it like accents off of Repetillo well on the third beat of the songs or song. Blech, I can't speak today.
And then there's Space Island.
And then Space Island String, which is we'll talk about Space Island String when we get to Space Island String.
Once again, that's a Monstercast for another day.
But just know I have beef with Space Island String.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we
You
get to
have beef with everything related to Psychic Island, even Space Island.
I love
How
Space
is it
Island.
related to Psychic Island? I don't
It's not even
understand the
Psychic
way.
Island, and I happen to love Space Island because Dawn of
Guys, my
Fire.
favorite psychic quad. Actually, no, he's got a point. Rare train.
Are any psychic
now.
quads? Wait, Edamimi isn't on
No.
space. Bisonarus isn't on space. Literally, Boke to put. Okay, Rudy Toot, Toejammer, and Bowhead,
Pumpkin,
Flower are the only ones in
Potbelly.
space. And
Wait, not
Potbelly.
Pumpkin. I'm
And
stupid.
Potbelly. So like five
Yeah, and
monsters.
Because I'm thinking of like whatever.
Okay, whatever. Let's stop tweaking, guys. We're tweaking so hard.
enough.
Liam,
We'll
this
talk
is what
about
happens
space
when you
when we
mention
get to the
his
space.
Okay, now
monster.
it's time for the storm because we gotta talk about Rebel Box.
Okay, okay. Now, guys, I'll start us off. Now, now, of course, I have.
Brother.
You sound like you're holding in the biggest fucking burpland. Now, of course, I am one of the people that has quite the liking to the Haven Woboxes and a rare occasion.
Of
Okay,
course.
so I'll explain. I'll be the one to explain about Rare Wobox's theme, Rare Wobox's role in this island. It now, it does like Plant Island Rare Wobox. It plays in the Bridge verse, Plant Island Bridge verse, and then plays. It does the fire, and then in the Fire Haven, it also plays in the Bridge verse. It's like the only place it plays. Rare Wobox usually plays once in a song, as it does. You know, and
Rare
Rare
Wobbox is literally castle base again. That's literally Rare Wobbox's identity.
Yes, yes, but it's not like it does any harm. Riverwalk just exists. It doesn't. It does what it does. It's not like an important monster, but it's not like useless or anything. It just does its error, error, buffer overflow, error, buffer.
Honestly, talking about like from a game mechanic perspective, it's one baffling that Tring takes this long to breed with
And
very
it's like,
low odds, and two,
like
Rare
freaking
Wobbox in general is just
yeah, and
blah.
Riverwalk. It does what it does, and then it promptly leaves to let the others handle business. And
Okay.
that's
There we go.
Riverwalks. It does what it does,
Here we go.
and that's
I'm ready,
fine.
guys. I'm ready. Okay. Rebel Buck's more like PU, cause like what the fuck is this? Okay. I have major beef with this Rebel Box. It's my least favorite Rebel Box by a mile. Okay. So Tweedle, remember how I said Tweedle brings in that lovely, gorgeous fluidity and has that beautiful solo, then becomes duet with Candelabra, which is still amazing because both of them are like fluid, solid, gorgeous melodies. Rare
Wobbox is
Wobox.
very stiff.
Thank you, Leon. Exactly. Rare Box is a very stiff vocal that does absolute jack and just does castle bass, but even worse, and is just shit. Adds nothing of value. It's goddamn lifeless and just clashes
It
against
actually
Tweedle.
almost sounds like that they use like a vocoder or whatever, or
It's
like they use an
so
AI voice.
so bad on this island.
Leanne, do you not know how Roblox is made? They like record something and then they like get a vocoder to put
Yeah,
up.
but at least that still sounds alive.
This one just sounds dead, like the dead inside. Like the chords just didn't match with Rare Box that well on
I
this
can see what
island.
they're going for with it, but I have to agree with you guys. I've heard Arrow say this before, where it's like, oh, he sounds so like crispy because like he's on fire and stuff. But like, I just have to side with like Colin and Lee on this one. It doesn't. I don't hate it, but it just doesn't feel like it adds anything of value and kind of takes away from Candelabra and Tweedle's duet.
If they extended Haven and Robo's got its own verse, like a little bit of its own verse, then maybe it would have been nice. But I don't know. I wouldn't
It
because
obviously, I could see Roblox. Like everyone saw it coming that Roblox was going to play in that verse, and it's very reminiscent of what they did with it on Plant Island, where it plays in the part where the Juke verse comes in. But
Oh yeah, true. Because
the
Fire Haven is
difference there is
literally
that
just Plant Island 2.
in the note comes a verse melody. Like I think it's like Roblox is very different and stands out there. It's like like if Roblox did what it did on Plant, what it did on Haven on Plant, it would just be like whatever the chorus. It'd be like wubba bunga wubba bung bunga wubba monster not found wubba monster not found. Like it would just be doing chords, and that just sounds very lifeless and uninteresting. So what they did with it on Haven, it doesn't work.
especially not like it clashes hard against Tweedle, and I hate that.
I I honestly just don't like the low voice that Rare Roblox does at the last part.
This Roblox is very flawed. It's not good. It's just not very good.
I don't abuse it, but I do.
It's
I am
easily the
not
worst Rare.
particularly. I'm not excited
But
about it.
I don't even know if I could say that this is the worst Rare Roblox because Air exists.
Oh, true.
Yeah, this is definitely not the worst Roblox.
Yeah,
We'll
it
get to
is
air.
not the worst Roblox.
We'll get to air.
But it's
When we
not.
get to-
It's not an impressive showing. Roblox is known for being a very spunky and lively monster, so
This doesn't
This was
feel
just
like
very
Roblox.
underwhelming.
It doesn't feel like Roblox at all.
it's doing the bare minimum from Roblox standards.
I'll
and
give it above Air Island because at
It's
least it
not.
doesn't completely destroy everything. So I'll give it that. Spoiler, I guess.
Is that
Yeah,
everything?
the worst I can say about it is that it takes away the focus from
Is that
better
everything?
attraction.
Okay,
and-
okay, here we go. Here we go. We got through it all. It's time. It's time. It's
Oh
time.
my gosh,
Dip,
you
dip,
weren't
dip,
kidding,
dip,
Paul.
dip,
That
dip,
was
dip,
so
dip,
much.
Man,
All right,
Man,
it's
wait.
time. Okay, who should we start with? We have to start with Kana, I
I
guess.
couldn't hear Lane over
yes,
the angle.
Yeah, we'll start with Kana. Now, of course, Kana being the head honcho, the head fire bitch of the island.
Okay, bro.
The head fire
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah, that's that.
Yeah,
bitch.
Arrow, I would honestly, Arrow, I won't blame you. I would also for Kana.
Oh god damn it, Leanne.
She's the main
Honestly,
fire lady of
Kana
the island.
would.
I'm sorry if she's the main. She's the big B of the island. You know, big K. You know, Kana. It's like the main. It's like one of the main focuses of the verse. You know, it does the dumb, ba da da dum, ba da da dum, ba da da dum 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 dum, ba da da dum, ba da da dum, ba da da dum 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 dum. Like it does what it must do because it's the main focus and it comes in right after the bridge ends. You know, like it does, of course.
Is it even really? I wouldn't even say it's the main focus.
Kana is honestly very stiff, and if it is the main focus, then yikes.
Okay, listen though. It's stiff, but actually, is it really all that stiff? But like, even if it was stiff, there's
It's
plenty
real
of
not.
other things that are very fluid, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's why I say it's like if it is the focus, then like yikes, because like there's so much other fluid stuff, and yet you're going to be focusing on Kana of all monsters.
I mean, hey, it could be worse. Am I right?
This man Liam will not shut up.
Oh.
This man Liam will not shut up.
You know what? Other monster doesn't shut up.
Liam,
Okay, no, hold on. We haven't
Why
finished talking about Kana. Kana.
Yeah, we can.
Okay,
Feels like we're still on Kana.
okay.
Yeah. Still on Kana.
I realize that I don't have much to say because it's kind of mid, to be honest.
I think there is one thing I would like to say, Kana. Like I've heard this debate before, like, and I don't know whether to think. I don't know if I agree or disagree that this Kana sounds a bit dead, like unenthusiastic. Like there's a part of me that likes it, but also a part of me that like completely understands where people are coming from, where they say that Kana is kind of yikes. But one thing I do want to say that I think is that I think Kana would be really awesome on Haven if it played in the outro. Like
I don't want Kana to be the focus on the outro though.
That's true, because I'd rather give it to
I just feel
Saiba.
like Kana would be better for the outro than like Potbelly.
I don't know. I feel like it'd just be kind of there, and then you still have no reason to focus in on it over Cybok.
I guess in my opinion it would help like ease the song back into. Yeah, it would just help ease things out. Because otherwise you just have Potbelly, which is clashing with Cybok, and just being more lively.
I think if Kana does a lower voice and imagine it, but like with the higher like K-Violin voice, that would probably been better. But like,
What?
I don't know. Like I just imagine it with
Yeah,
like
it's difficult to say honestly.
I just imagine it with a different performance sound better in my head.
But yeah, all right, let's go back to this. You know what other monster? Shut up.
We're not
talking about
We're not talking about dipsters yet.
A weak showing for Kana on Fire Haven, which is really ironic.
We're in our happy
Not
little
weak,
land where
but like
dipsters don't exist right now. So let's talk about. There's so many to choose. Let's talk about Glowl.
Oh yes, Glow.
ooh.
All right, Hollow, you take the front seat.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm the one
Wasn't
who shall
no,
start,
it was Squeedle,
Hollow is
and
the Glowl person.
and
no, it
I'm
was
the Haven
Squeedle.
person, so it
It was
cancels out.
Squeedle and Ribotillo that Hollow was taking front seat for. Arrow was gonna go first as always.
All right. Now Glowl. Of course, Glowl, another subversive expectation. Because usually what you expect from Glowl is this big boasting vocal. It's screaming melodically, yeah,
And even and even after and even on those two islands before Firehaven, Glowl is different. Like one's A-I-A-O-A, or the
And
other is just screaming.
and then for Glow and then for Glow on Haven, and then Glow
Glow.
on Haven takes a more quiet approach, going. "Ooh." It takes a more quiet approach than the usual Glow, and I think that works as it does. It's a little background melody that once you're starting with the island, you'll notice, and it doesn't falter. It doesn't fade into the background as much. You can still take notice of it once you're getting more and more of the monsters, building more and more into the song. But you'll always be able to hear and go back into it and just see, oh wow, this is a good Glow. It's not very
It's a
glitchy,
good
isn't it?
Glowl. It's a good Glowl. It's a fantastic Glowl.
It might not be glitch Glowl, but it's a really darn good Glowl.
Oh my goodness, good Glowl.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let Hollow
This
talk.
is gonna be a case where other people just say everything there is to say, and I just won't have anything to add because I agree with them.
Okay, Glowl, in my opinion.
But, oh,
Oh Jesus Christ! I have to there's. I don't think I'm gonna do it justice. I'm gonna be real, because how do you do perfection justice with your own words? Jesus Christ.
Arrow would be able to do it with Flugel.
Well,
fuck,
that's
he's right. Even I can't do it justice.
okay.
Like,
Fucking.
I can't think of where to start.
I think I would start with it that this is an actual goddamn melody. Let's go. It hasn't done that since
Okay, yeah,
Continent.
that's true. I love this melody so much.
Oh, it's so plus the performance. Like this is the odd Glowl out, but with the beautiful performance on top of the gorgeous, incredible melody, you just get one of the most beautiful tracks. Not, I would say on all Fire Islands. Period. Like all three of them. Like even gives the natural islands a run for this money. Like it's just so gorgeous and pleasing, and it when you pair it with candelabra, it's like, oh yes, 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 yes. So and then not only that, but it's a crucial air filler to the verse. Because if you remove Glowl, what the fuck are you doing? You're gonna make me barf.
Yeah, true.
And it
It's not
plays
even
off
like,
of Flugel.
yeah.
Even Flugel. It even plays off of Flugel so well. That's amazing. The fact that this calming, soothing vocal track pairs with the triumphant, gleeful flugelhorn. God, I'm tweaking. It's mind blowing how well it worked together. So honestly, perfect track in every single way. Amazing, incredible, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Love it.
What I like is that even though Candelabra also, like, Candelabra is synthesized, but, like, I guess Glow is redundant with, like, Candelabra here. Because, like, they're both, like, these ladies going, like, woo, but, like, they're different enough, and, like, Glow is just amazing.
It's a damn good.
Honestly, if I had gotten the creator pass, I would have done the mythical for Haven and made it like accent Glow or something. Like that's how good it is.
I would make it an enemy cousin.
God damn it,
Fuck yeah,
Leanne! Of course you would.
I would, of course, Mr. Crashface.
If they ever do anything like that again, I will buy the pass instantly just to make sure that you don't have a chance to do that.
I want to buy the pack so that I can make a Psychic Island mythical.
I mean, I'm gonna take my chance next time on that anyway. Like,
You know I got light
I
outlet.
mean, that's unrelated. That's unrelated. Let's continue.
All right. Honest. Okay. So overall, Glowl perfection on this island. No if and or buts.
Yeah. Will we give it legendary or?
Do we? I don't know.
Because we're considering giving Repetilla legendary.
Erpatillo carries an entire island on his back, though. Growl doesn't
Okay,
carry
that's
that.
true. That isn't completely true.
Repetilla does have that back though.
Brother.
Yeah, true. Hollow eagerly awaits backview Repetilla.
Brother. Okay, so with Growl Kana, let's talk about
Hmm.
it's 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 it's
Is
it's
it?
it's
Could it
it's it's
be?
it's Cybop time.
Yo,
Oh, this is a good one.
Cybop. The other
Let's
one of the
go.
monsters that is not a fire island before it went on to continent.
Alright, leave it for the cycloptic robot with air to talk about the cycloptic robot with air.
All right, leave this to me. Now, Cybop, of course, provides its glorious robotic vocals. That ain't that and do that, ain't that day, ain't that and do that, ain't that and do that, ain't that and do that. Yeah, it provides the great vocals that you've probably heard when you first gotten a Cybop on Haven. And it plays through the verses and to the outro. But the outro is where it really shines. It really shines and plays its part, like the contest for Fire Frontier before Second Island came out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hollow, like play your
Grr,
part.
grr.
Yeah. Overall, Cybop is a very good monster on this island.
I love
You
how
know,
gleeful its performance is. It's so catchy to just sing along to.
Cybop. What's weird? I feel like Cybop is somehow not only like the most fluid Cybops ever, but it's somehow more fluid than Kana.
I on
And
God.
Cybop is meant to be stiff.
Is this the best Cybop? That's the question.
yes, no contest.
You have
Oh,
Air
for sure.
Island, Water,
Honestly,
Earth.
yeah, I think Haven Cybop. Actually, it's either Haven Cybop or Tribal Cybop.
I'd give it to Haven.
Yes.
All right,
I
I'm
honestly
gonna
think
go
it's
with
a really
Haven being the better of the two.
I feel like it's a really hard choice for me between like Haven Cybop and Tribal Cybop for what's better. They both have like that same vibe.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, you can't forget about the yum bum bum.
I'd give it to Haven because like on Tribal it's just kind of on its own, but like Haven has like the awesome duets to back it up.
Well,
What do you mean?
Cybop has
Tribal
choristers
has
on.
choristers.
That's more like a harmony,
Okay, yeah, that's true.
or is it?
Mhm.
Is it a
Oh,
unison?
yeah, you're right. That is the textbook definition of a harmony.
Is it a unison though? Are they like at the same octave? I can't remember.
Because chorister is like yum bum bam.
I don't even think
yum,
chorister
bum,
itself
bam.
is a
Like
unison.
chorister is slightly off.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. I'll give this one the best time up easily. Like like it's solo too when they used to have it. Spoiler, I guess. Really good.
And Cybop speaks English, but we don't talk about that.
Your mom.
We absolutely
That's
do talk about
not
Psylocke speaking English.
even. All right. Well, that's not even Haven Cybop.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Cybop.
mean, what can I say? Like, you
Hey,
can't go
Cybop
wrong
has
with
a
Psylocke on Fire Haven. Like the aimbot, do that, aimbot, do that, the aimbot, do that, aimbot. Like, everything about it is perfect.
It's amazing.
Mhm.
Perfectly captures what Cybop is.
Yeah, Cybop is a fella. He's a very nice fella.
my
Oh,
fella,
the
my
certified
fella, my
fella.
motherfucking fella.
Brother.
He's a smart fella. Okay.
Okay,
You-
now. Okay,
Hmm.
okay, here we go. I'm scared.
Okay,
It's time. It's time. Oh God,
Come
it's
on, you
time.
monsters,
I'm
Godly
scared
Gore.
too.
All
I
right.
didn't really
Oh,
good at
we're
You know what
forgetting
there's no
time it
one.
is.
cover in this verse.
Ba da
We're
da
forgetting.
Oh
dum,
my god, the
da da da
king!
dum,
We're forgetting
da
one
da da
monster.
dum, da
One
da da do
monster
da
that
do da
rules
da da dum,
all
da
on this
da da
island.
dum, da da da
The
dum.
king!
I'd even call him the king. That's right. It is time to talk about the greatest monster in MSM period and the greatest sound in MSM period. It's time we talk about Flugel
I
on
can
Fire
smell the
Haven.
legendary tier from here.
All right,
The
I will take.
king!
I will take no further words because I will be the one to talk about Flugel. And now, let me tell you, gentlemen, the day Flugel Flugel's finest hour. Now, Flugel, it's a great brass monster playing it. It plays perfectly into the celebratory theme of Fire Haven and plays flawlessly into the second verse's themes and its melodies, and it provides graciously to the overall tone of the song. If you took Fool out, the song would not reach the same level. I even Flugo is probably one of the most important monsters to the song. I'd even say, and as I've said before, I'd even call it the greatest sound in MSM period. Now, I really do love me Flugel. I, as I do call Flugel the king, I do call him the best monster in MSM. But now, the best monster on the best island. Now, that's bound to be the best sound in MSM period. Yes, he delivers Flugel. Spell it with me: Flogel. Flugel.
F-U-M.
I thought you were gonna say F tier.
Buddy.
Flugel is F tier!
Guys, Flugo ruined
Bro,
Amber
F for
Island. F
Flugo.
tier, worst monster of all time.
If I was put Fugu in F tier, that's not me. That's the freaking government psyop
No,
disguising as me.
it's
I would never in my life put Fugu in F tier.
it's Arrow's brother impersonating.
Flugel? Flugel? What the fuck do I even say about Flugel?
I
It's,
I have
it's
plenty
so
to say.
good.
I have okay. I want to say something right here, right now. Genuinely, without Flugel, Haven is actual garbage. I'm gonna be real. Like it's so bad without Flugel because you're building
Even
up.
the animations
You're
of
building up. You're building.
Flugel
The
is
song keeps building up, building up, building up, building up, and then you get like this loud, triumphant moment with like all this. It feels like a celebration. It feels like a party. Like we're back together. It's like a reunion party. But if you remove Flugel, it's like that feeling is just gone. Like it literally brings in that
Flugel's
Flugel that
animations on
feeling so well.
Firehaven perfectly matches the vibe.
Yeah, like it's a celebration. Like
Like,
it's a party.
Flugel went from straight up depressed on Cave Island to so happy on Firehaven.
I mean,
And it fits
Flugel's just a the instrument that Flugel has is versatile. You can be fun, energetic, happy, and then you can obviously dark, long, droning, and serious. That's what's so cool about Flugel. It can do everything.
He is the king. He must adapt to what is needed.
So
As we've seen,
Flugel, perfection. Now we
yes,
come to the
best
question.
monster on the island.
So,
No,
guys, Wabox or Dipsters?
No. We
Hey
come to
guys,
we come to the question. Are we putting it in legendary tier,
I tuned out for like all of that, bro.
brother?
Would you like to say
Yes,
about
we're putting
Flugel?
Flugel on Legendary tier.
Yeah, you guys weren't even gonna ask me or anything.
All right,
Oh.
high score. All right, let's let high score speak now.
All right, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. Flugel on Fairhaven is fucking ass. I hate it.
Quiet now.
Flugel on
No.
Fire Haven is fucking boring.
This is the no. Flugel was never good. You're high out your mind, Arrow.
You're high out your mind if you're saying all of that, buddy.
Buddy ball.
Bro,
What
shut
are you
your...
gonna do about it?
Shut up. Or
Just,
just...
high score.
Flugel ain't the king, bro. His ass
I
is a
score...
peasant.
For once,
His
For
ass
once,
is
I
the
am not the
dirt the
person that
peasants
would
walk
take the
on.
L.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. High score. Shut your damn crackhead mouth.
take this L.
Yeah, I'm pulling your leg. Like Flugel, like there's it is just one of those monsters that is objectively good. So
No
the only
one,
thing I can add is just to pretend
no one on earth doesn't
Professional hate.
just like no one on earth doesn't at least adore this track. It's so perfect.
Actually, can we
Oh, yeah,
talk
I
about the
was gonna say,
animations of Fire
like,
Haven before we talk about
this
the
isn't a
first bit?
negative to Flugel, but obviously, like, we listen to the songs so we can form accurate judgments. And on every on every video of Firehaven that is up on YouTube, it is impossible to hear Flugel.
I That's not even Flugel's fault. That's a certain yellow robot and Nose
Yeah,
on the Ground's fault.
actually, hold on, bro.
But it doesn't even
No,
matter.
no, Box is fairly quiet on this island.
It is not.
No, it is. Is this our
Oh, yeah,
segment
yeah,
of Roblox?
yeah. We got the three chits left.
Are
Let's
we
get
talking
the
about Roblox now?
shitty shit
I
out
don't
of the
want
way.
to talk about
What's
these
your opinion on Wobok?
All right,
All
we're
right,
doing Roblox.
we're finally talking about okay. As
Let's
I've said
go.
before, I'm one of the rare specimens apparently that likes the Haven Works. Actually, I don't know if it's rare or not.
I like Roblox.
I
don't
see
know. I
mixed.
like common Roblox
Nah,
over Haven Roblox.
it's.
Arrow,
I see
this is
mixed
not
reception
rare
for this one.
Wobok.
Okay, I'll say it now. Okay, now my opinion on what Warbox does on Haven, you can see it plays right at the free. It adds a certain bit of layer to the actual beat drop, as you could say. Because before it would just have Repetillo and Noggin play again. But it adds an extra. But Warbox adds like an extra percussion beat to it, so it adds like more of a like release to the verse, release like a good hook in, you know, a catch and release to the verse. And then when the verse, speeds up again, it takes like a back seat of sorts from it does the and then for the when it speeds back up, it just goes yeah, it just takes like a back seat. It's like it yeah, it does its percussion beats with Repetillo, so it accents Repetillo along with Tring. So yeah, it's more of a slow Wobox, the rare occasion of a slow Wobox.
It's
Only
kind of
using
funny
Alright,
Wobox.
now you
how
said
slower
something about
Warboxes are bet. Okay, Warbox is the opposite of Noggin.
Hello, do not ruin this.
No, 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 no.
I want to.
I wasn't even gonna
Let's
say
let-
anything bad yet. What I was gonna say
okay,
is that Noggin and Warbox are opposites. Faster Noggins are better. Slower Warboxes are better.
okay,
Alright.
okay. What would you like to say now?
Yeah, honestly, I agree with you. I think, honestly, Haven Wobok cannot get a better placement. Like, this is, like, the perfect placement for Haven Wobok. It comes in at just the right time. It comes out at just the right time. And it kind of goes more to the background at the right time. It actually fits in the song. This is like actually really good for a Wubbox. I am actually shocked that this
Yeah,
is like
even
one of
me
the
in the
few that
segment,
actually fit on the island.
like this era of MSM would like recontextualize Roblox as a monster, and Liam got what he freaking wanted. A good
Yeah,
Roblox.
and then soon Fire Oasis Wobox came up and it dropped the beat. But
Ha
we'll
I
ha
talk
mean,
about
ha.
Fire Oasis
I
Wobox
mean,
at some point.
Roblox just came out on Oasis as we're recording this, so
Like
we have
today,
we
like
want
as
that
we're
for
recording it is the Wednesday of Perplex Floor starting. So
Huzzah.
yeah.
Okay, my turn, I guess.
And then
Well,
high
Alright.
well, now the shit on Wubbox.
Alright, here's.
okay.
I
But
think.
yeah, honestly, I think High Score kind of gets shafted, so let's have High Score to talk.
Drew, you want to
Yep,
talk before me?
Yeah, true. All right, sit the fuck down, Hollow. It's my turn for once.
Oh, okay, I
Alright.
see how it is.
Yeah, I freaking love
Go on.
this game in Roblox. Like, it is. First of all, people are saying, "Oh, Roblox takes over song." Like, freaking like they heard that and they're like, "All right, let's make this Roblox because let's make this Roblox, in the background." And it is very much in the background. Like, you listen to Haven, and Roblox is just kind of in the background. Like that whole verse, especially, has a lot of overcrowding. But Roblox, in my opinion, is like not an offender of that. Like it's very hard to hear Loveox, but when you do hear it, it is surprisingly a really good Loveox track because it goes like yeah yeah down yeah 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 wow. Like
It has a second
I'm
track.
definitely not doing it justice, but we always do our best to do impressions. You give explain what the monsters sound like the best we can so you can understand their points, and it's not incomprehensible slop, but a lot of Wellbox haters will tell you Wellbox is. Like, it just does a lot. And it has a second track too, where it's just the down, 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 and just
And
percussion. One of those
there's
electronic whirring
percussion piece.
sounds. It could have been those could have been swapped around like what Hollis says about Shrub, but honestly, it works because it adds more. It does work because it adds more impact to when that verse comes in, and then Wobok subduing allows other stuff like Repetillo and Flower to shine through. So yeah, I would agree that Wobox does only good on Fire Haven.
All right, Hollow, you're the Wolbach hater, so I
All
guess
right.
you got
All right.
the mood.
Actually, okay. Before we get to, I was not expecting this much of a positive reception on on Haven. I am pleasantly surprised. I love you guys.
Heh. All
Yeah,
right, my
let's see if
turn.
Hollow can continue the
All right,
streak.
now everyone mute. Just skip ahead for Hollow because we all know he's gonna say some
Bro,
bullshit.
Arrow is so toxic today, bro. The power is going to his head.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, it's my turn, y'all. And I have some beef with Warbox, not total beef. I'll give him that. So first of all, I like the track he plays when Flower and Potbelly comes up because that's like nice. It's not too much. The first track though, that's a little bit too much in my opinion. So
Oh,
so I like the second track. I wish it was only the second track. The first track is too much for me, but the second track is fine. I do quite like it. So it's a mixed bag.
I can respect that.
I y'all thought I was gonna have major beef with this one. I telling you, I'm a big Warbox hater, but this isn't one island that I'm just like, ew, get it away from me. That is gonna go to the Dipsters. So let's talk about those little shits now.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
This is gonna be our one man.
You know what? I'll bite the bullet. Okay, guys, let me bite the bullet for you guys. No, you know.
Yeah, you better defend the Haven Dipsters because they're apparently
Okay, I
peak.
got this. I got this. I got this. Now you know. Not everything is perfect, but I'll try my best to say something about the Dipsters. You know. Now you know they're the Dipsters, and they're on Haven. They they do their own melody, I guess. They're like Dipsters.
Do they even
What
do a
else do you
melody?
call them? Doing
I
a
don't know.
music thing.
Here's what
You
I
know?
would call it: incomprehensible noise.
Like it doesn't. They do their thing of dun 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 dun. You know. But yeah, it's fine. But I guess if it was like in its own verse, it would be cool. But you know, it would probably maybe it would work. I don't know. I have no clue. I need to make a Haven remix at some point, actually.
Do it.
Look, like maybe like even if I like hate all the Dipsters, Haven is just a special place and it's not in a good way. Like Haven somehow is clutter, like even more so than any of the other Dipster islands.
Okay, here's the scope. Dear Brewer, we were listening to Firehaven before we did this podcast, and we listened to the whole song with and without the Dipsters. And Dipsters somehow managed to make the song so much worse on their own. And this is still with like Wobox and Shrub and shit is still in there. But Dipsters were like the biggest, most disgusting offenders of just making things feel more cluttered and noisy. So, okay, I have a lot of beef with these Dipsters. So, here we go.
All right, everyone mute. Unmute indefinitely right now.
Shut up.
Arrow, we all hate dipsters. We actively want to hear this.
Sure.
Listen, you got your little moments of peace with Swoolbox. Now, no. Okay. So, I'm just gonna mention Dipsters as a whole too. So, I've always thought that my thing was like, I think Dipsters was a neat concept, but were absolutely ruined because of the voice they were given. Because nobody likes the annoying, high pitched, crappy voice that they use for the Dipsters. And that goes for every single island. Like, sometimes it makes Dipsters very hit or miss, the voice does. Because sometimes, like, it sounds like fitting for
Fairy is
songs.
fitting tone for Dipsters.
Yeah,
for
and then
example.
you have, like,
Fair is one of those islands where dipsters.
I think Psychic is honestly a fitting tone for Dipsters.
yeah, well, no. So, like, Barry, I guess, like, Light Island works too. Like, it was a fitting with the Dipsters. But then something like Bone Island just doesn't really work with them very well, or, like, even Sanctum. But, like, I've always thought like if they had the Dipsters as like an instrumental song for like a better voice or whatever, it would literally fix like 90% of their islands off the bat instantly. Cause
Only Sanctum Dipsters mentioned in a monster cast.
no way, crazy. So like I think I've mentioned it before, but like I've always imagined like a piano as the Dipster track and just working better in my head, and I think that yeah, like an instrument would have just been better because like the melodies the Dipsters get are solid, but there is just ruined by the fact that they have the annoying voice. And I think that if you remove the voice, give it like a solid sound font, then it would 90% of their islands would just wouldn't be a problem. There are two islands that
Except
are the exceptions. The first is Psychic, the second is Haven. Psychic for a totally different reasons. Haven because
We'll get to Psychic soon, of
yeah,
course.
but Haven
what?
because on Firehaven, what even is this? The composition is awful. It's not any. It's not a melody. It's not chords. It's just random notes, random ass shit. It's just incomprehensible noise, and it just clutters up the verse that it plays in, and it's just horrible. It's honestly one of the worst tracks in all of MSM. That's crazy. We do not like these dipsters.
Yep.
No, 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 no.
I agree. That is basically up there with like Ethereal Wabak
It's
for
up.
being how
It's so
for
bad.
being awful.
Like honestly, probably worst vocals track ever. So yeah, these
Gobbly,
sisters are
gobbly, gob.
abysmal.
Gobbly, gobbly, gob.
Okay, I like.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like Gobblegore, but I like it better than like Dipsters.
We'll get to
Yeah, that's
Gobblegore.
basically it.
I'll get to
Gobblegore-
Gobblegore in just a second, but like Dipsters are straight up F tier. They're awful, abysmal on
This
this
shit
island.
belongs in G tier.
Drew, what do you have to say about the
Devil's
Dipsters?
advocate, I can kind of see what the Dipsters. I mean, I guess at most I can try and see what they're going for. Where it's like like it's like they're doing the opposite of Riedling, where it's like Riedling's doing the off notes, but it seems like Dipsters are trying to do like the first notes. It just doesn't work. Like they play too fast and incomprehensibly to be able to make out what they do. And so at the end of the day, they're probably the biggest offenders of cluttering the song of Firehaven.
I would say they are the biggest offender.
Oh, absolutely, that's what I'm saying
Like
too.
literally,
Like, you have like other stuff playing the song, like and adding noise, like Potbelly, arguably Wubbox, stuff like that. Firehaven, depending on your preference of the song, you think I sound like comprehensible or mush. But Dipsters, I agree, are definitely one of the biggest offenders of turning the song to a mush and making it hard to hear your really important monsters like Repetillo and Flugel. Because again, like I was listening to videos of Firehaven on YouTube, and those two very important monsters that make the song are like the hardest monsters to hear in the freaking song.
You
And that is just
PG videos.
no,
we
it
talked
wasn't
about
just NPG's video. I tried finding other Firehaven full song videos. Like I found the one by like whatever the guy was like the Cold Epic Wellbox BFP. I'm sure a lot of people
Evil
know him.
Layerson.
Yeah, Evo Layerson. His freaking flu. I mean, it's obviously not as bad because he's not freaking MPG. But the point still stands. Like Dipsters are still are cluttering, and it's hard to hear those important high hitting monsters like Flugel and Repetillo. It baffles me.
So, guys, when are we going to talk about seasonal track?
No, you
Give
can't.
Okay,
No,
it
no.
a few more minutes.
Oh, we really do hate the Dipsters, huh?
Yes, we do.
I think we might
Waiting. I don't know when we're gonna talk, but we'll get to the Gobblegore when we get to them.
I think we talked about everything in this verse, actually.
Yeah, we have. There's only one thing left to
The
talk
only
about.
thing there is to mention is the halfway change to it, where Repetillo's goes to its first track.
Okay.
And,
Flower comes back in. Repetillo's great. Flower does good things. Popularly
beginning.
clashes, but whatever.
Flower coming in the second half.
I like how it
leaving.
changes it up. I like how it switches things up. Cause like other than Shrub,
Yeah,
I like
it
how
is
it switches things up because it
very
adds
good.
variety.
Very, very,
Yeah.
very good.
We can all agree that Firehaven's second verse does a good job of switching it up.
All right, now
It's
love
good.
them.
okay, now
I wanted to say it's good, but it's dipsters.
dipsters are
Okay, well, dipsters don't contribute at all. They're just doing their own thing.
dipsters don't exist. You can't tell me they do.
You, you know, speaking of doing your own thing, do you think we should talk about seasonal tracks?
I don't even count this as a seasonal track. There's just nothing like a seasonal track. It doesn't even deserve to be the title of a seasonal track.
Let's get to Gobbledygook. Leon,
We gotta talk about it.
No,
I want to
no.
talk about this, but Leon is exhausting me with it. Okay, I'll get to it now. Okay. I do not hate Gobbledygook. Shocker. Fucking shock. Now, okay. Now, Gobbledygook plays at the end. It's not really an offensive monster. It does its own thing, but like every vocal there does its own thing, works together, Gobbledygook is just like he just adds he adds a bit of like whimsy and cheer to the end verse, if you know what I mean, since this is a very celebratory song. And he adds his own cheer. As I've said, he adds his own cheer and whimsy with how he says it. A gobbly gaw, a gobbly go. No.
It's you, not goo.
It is gobbly goo.
Bro
and
just
I am
hit
not
you
going
with
to be
the
convinced otherwise.
actually.
It is gobbly goo, and I will not be convinced
It's
otherwise.
you. Listen to the song again. Listen to Gobbledygook in a visual track.
I've listened to Gobbledygook. Like I've probably listened to Gobbledygook, and the time span of how many times I've watched Haven is probably like fucking hours and days. And I've known it's gobbly goo, but that's besides the point. I don't think it really does anything offensive, but it's not really a bad track. I guess it could probably have been in the first verse with Danny doing all that. But yeah, I digress. It's pretty good. I think it's a good track, in all honesty.
All right, time to destroy that entire argument. Who wants to go first?
Yay!
Who wants to go first?
Man,
Well, probably not me, because I'm probably just
I'm
gonna
indifferent.
say that like Haven Gobbledygook is sudden, but like it's better than Oasis, except Mimic also plays with Gobbledygook, so that makes me question that statement.
All right. Yeah, Gobbledygook is not good on this island.
Gobbledygook not suck anymore, so
It's really really bad. Not good at all.
Somehow Mimic actually makes Gobbledygook on Fire Oasis an actual seasonal track.
No. Honestly, Mimic feels more like a seasonal track than Gobbledygook does. Because Mimic on Oasis.
I like this inside joke we have seasonal tracks.
It's not a
seasonal
tracks.
Not an inside joke. We actually talk about seasonal tracks in the Monstercast.
Yeah, but like it's like the good modern mirrors joke where like this feels like our thing.
Oh, you're right.
No one's gonna know what that
Yeah,
is.
no one's gonna know that, but you're
what
right.
I'm saying is that this is our thing.
Your
Seasonal
mom's our
tracks.
thing.
Your mom's
God, why am I laughing at Hollow's your mom jokes? That's so unfunny.
Loser.
because you have to stick it up with me.
Yeah, true. Leon can just make anyone funny.
Alright, Gobbledygook wouldn't be so bad if it didn't just play over Cybop. Because that's my problem with it. The fact that it just steals Cybop's solo. Because, like, if it was...
It never had a solo, though.
It did! It did have a
Potbelly.
solo. Potbelly doesn't count because it just played over Potbelly. Fuck Potbelly. So it's the Cybop solo. You can't tell me otherwise.
That's not a good argument. It has a solo because fuck Potbelly.
Exactly!
That is such a bad argument,
This
bro.
is the kind of person,
Like saying
Paul is
that
the
the
kind of
Tweedle
person
verse
to
is
like share a duet with like a person in music class. But call it no, it's actually my solo because fuck that person.
No,
This is
listen.
my
It is a solo because, bro, my sources are, trust me, bro. There you go.
You have
the monster handler actually hates Haven Potbelly.
This is the most hollow
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, yes. I am Monster Handler Eustace. And I do not like Haven Potbelly. Yes, I am Monster Handler Eustace. You know Monster Handler Humphrey. Why, yes,
Alright,
he is my cousin.
We gotta hear Hollow out on this one.
Alright, now actual for real. Like, I really don't like that it just plays over. It just plays over. Goddamn, I'm tweaking Cybok.
Plays over Cybok.
Yes,
least the
I don't
voiceover
like how it
pops up.
plays over Saiba because I just loved how Saiba just capped off the song in such a great way. It gave its own moment to shine, and like Potbelly didn't cover it up, but like Gobbledygourd just like takes away the spotlight from Cybob, which is the exact opposite of what a seasonal track should do. So what the hell? Not only that, but his performance is not great because it's very annoying. Is not a fun
It
to listen
literally
to.
has no melody and no rhythm. I
Yeah,
might
like
honestly change my mind on Oasis Gobbledygourd because Oasis Gobbledygourd is a little bit more rhythmic than Haven Gobbledygourd, weirdly enough.
I like this one less because Haven Gobbledygourd just does more damage than Oasis did. That's why I hate it more.
Yeah, this is what I was mainly gonna say. Like, personally, I honestly don't hate this track at all. I mean, I struggle to say if I prefer it to Oasis now that Mimic kind of made Gollywood better than Oasis in my opinion. But like, I guess it's like I can get behind it. I can find enjoyment in it. But this is one of those things where even though I like it, objectively, it is not very good.
You know that Gobbledygourd is bad when its best tracks on Firehaven is literally just in the trailer.
True. Shout out to Firehaven trailers for being Firehaven trailers. Okay,
I
real
would
talk though. All the
honestly
trailers
much
for that
rather
Firehaven
these
are like
tracks
pretty.
for
Voices
Gobbledygourd
pretty
than the one that we actually get. I actually feel so scammed.
Everyone hated Gobbledygourd on release, and it also had Dipsters, and to this day, it's still like two of the most hated tracks in all of MSM,
Well,
and
see,
for
here's the
good
thing you
reason
can
this
do
time.
on MSN Steam. You can just clip one of Gobbledygord's impressions from the trailer, then replace it with Gobbledygord's sound, and then change the MIDI to make it do whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but it's
It's
not
not.
official, and I would honestly much
Yeah, I
rather
was gonna say that
stick
too. The
with what.
fact that you have to go to that extent to make Gobbledygord good, like, come on, bro.
Come on, brother.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
also was gonna say, like, Colin was talking about like a freaking like Gobbledygord duetting with Sidewalk guys. What about Potbelly Gobbledygord duet?
Yikes!
I'm not even gonna like thinking about that duet. That duet's kind of good. Especially gobble bop, gobble bop.
they rhythmically clash with one another. But that's mainly because of Gobbledygourd.
Actually, is Gobbledygord even in a key on Firehaven?
It's atonal, so
No.
no.
Like we said this like three
Oh,
times.
no.
Paul said this already, bro.
There is
Yeah,
a
again,
key.
I don't hate it. Like, I don't mind it.
There's a key change, but it doesn't affect Gobbledygourd. It only affects Potbelly.
I will say the one part of the track I don't like because like it's a part that's objectively bad and the part that I don't like is like, and it's very last part of the track where it's like even I just did it right now. Like it has like a small voice crack in it that just doesn't sound like.
Yeah, it's
hits
like
the
Gold
mic
Island Danny
and
Do, but removes the
really does not
melody.
sound good.
Remove everything good about Gold Island Danny Do, and you get Gobbledygourd on Firehaven.
Since when was Gold Island Dan to do even good?
Remove everything about Gold Island.
All right,
We're
crackpot
good.
theory. All
I'm
the
seeing no good
verses and
Gold Island
MSN are related. That's right. I'm talking Tweedle, Danny Doo, Pango, Quibble, Gobbledygourd, Mimic. They're all related. They're all part of the family.
It's because they're.
This MF is
It's because they're dinosaurs.
This MF is putting all the fucking birds together.
It's because they're
Exactly.
dinosaur descendants. Does that
Does
mean
that mean that
wait?
Frog is also
Wait a minute.
related?
Wait. Does that mean T-Rex is related to Tweedle?
Well, you know what? You know what Red said in the Angry Birds movie? We're birds. We're descended from dinosaurs. We're not supposed to be nice.
Does that make T-Rex Tweedle's dad or great 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 grandpa?
I mean, regardless, T-Rox is daddy, so.
God damn it!
Welcome to the Monstercast, where we talk about Tring's foot thing and simping for monsters.
That is not of me.
I would like to tell you all. I would like to tell you all. Okay. I would like to tell you all in the audience. High score said smash to Epic Spangler.
Okay, can you blame me though?
Yes, I can, and I will,
Yes, I can.
and I am.
I
Sam, I
will.
am.
I will. Yes, I will. I will king shame you to hell and back.
King shame me regardless.
Brother, you act like you don't have a flu kink. Shut the fuck up.
I am not the one with the blue
You cannot
looking
be talking
here. Oh my bad, you're talking about Arrow.
Brother.
about. All right.
Arrow cannot be
Yeah,
into
true.
Flugel
When
because
Arrow calls
Flugel
Blue
has
the king,
thin
he means
thighs.
king in a different way.
Okay. Well,
Let's
anyways, Galigor not good. All right. It's time.
Brutal.
we finished. We finished.
What do you
Oh
guys think
my
Thank
of
god, it took
Firehaven
forever.
full
That was
song?
great. Oh, I love that was so good. I love
All right, my
Firehaven isn't
opinion
even
on
that long of a
Firehaven is
song.
like,
There was so much
no,
good
I got
stuff
this.
in it.
Let me say this first. I of course I gotta say this. This is my takeover of Monstercast, of course. Firehaven, as I've stated before, in my opinion, is the best island to grace MSM with its fiery presence. One day on freaking November of 29, I don't know,
It
2018,
was
it
18.
showed
It
and
was
it and
no,
it
I remember.
graced.
It is 18 because it was right after Celestial Island came out.
Yeah, I know it's 2018. It
Firehaven came
graced
out
the
in
monster world
February then
presence,
because that was
reuniting the fire monsters. So not only is it a very good song, it's like very important to the overall MSM lore. It is like I think it's like very good. I think the monsters play together well, and overall, I think it's just like a real good island. Yeah, Firehaven best island in my opinion.
imagine we did a Monstercast on the MSM lore.
Brother.
How would that work?
How would that work?
yeah.
Okay, guys,
Would
what
be-
is your opinion on
We-
Celestial Island Celestials turning into statues, then babies, then
all right,
middle-aged
all right.
adults?
It just be like, all right, guys, what do you think of the continent splitting up?
The continent splitting up is bug
No,
ass.
oh, I see what you mean.
Anyways, let's do my opinion
Yeah, I
on
see what you mean.
Firehaven as a song.
Yeah, I
So
can
I think
respect
for
having
me,
Firehaven. We meme on Arrow a lot about it, but I can respect Arrow having Firehaven as a favorite island. There is
I think
proof
for
to
me,
it.
I think for me, Firehaven is like what some of you think of Magical Sanctum. It's a very good song with a very good basis, but there's like some monsters that just completely ruin the song. Like the song would actually be so much better without them. Gobbledygook and Dipster specifically.
Drew, what do you think?
Oh yeah, I remember something I was gonna say. Do you want me to say it now, or does
Say
anyone
it.
have anything to
Just say
say?
your opinion on the island.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say what everyone says about Gold Island being extremely bloated is kind of my opinion on Firehaven. Because again, I was saying it earlier, like I was finding Firehaven videos like listen to on YouTube, and I swear some verses are just so freaking bloated, and all I was just like is like, is this what people think Gold Island is like?
Ta. So what? So
I
is that?
understand
No,
the
I think
Gold Island haters freaking met now.
So are you
I
saying you don't like
Because I actually
understand
Firehaven?
like Gold
it
Island.
now.
Are you saying you don't like Firehaven?
It's weird because like I think I want to know everyone else's opinion before I give mine.
I was gonna do the same thing. God damn it, Drew!
God damn it. All right, fine. I'll be better than you, and I'll do mine first. I'll be the bigger man then. All right. So the Firehaven is weird because I hesitate. I can't figure out if I want to call it good or bad or not. Because personally, I enjoy the island a lot, especially with like my own fine tuning. Like I can recognize the amazing stuff that is in there, and even though we agree to disagree, overall there are it's really only just one thing I dislike about or arguably two things actually. The one thing I mainly dislike is just Dandy to existing and Bazinga having this potential. Like I don't mind stuff like the boxes and all that. Like yeah, I have a good time. And even Gobbledygook, like and Monster that I agree is objectively bad. Like it doesn't even bother me. Like it's extremely personal preference with me, but like I can enjoy Fire Haven when it sounds good to my liking. But like, yeah,
No
personally, yeah, I
dipsters.
enjoy it. But my God, those videos on YouTube are just so awful, and that's why I struggle. That's why I struggle to call it good or not, because I almost feel like Farhaven is something that you have to experience for yourself. You have to play the game, figure out what you like and don't like about the island, tune it to your liking. Because you listen to it on YouTube, or like you listen to videos people find on YouTube, like with like default settings and stuff, and it's just like this. I'm not having a good time. I mean, it's not the worst thing, but like again, monsters that are yeah, that's probably my biggest problem. I like monsters like Flugel and Repetillo get extremely drowned out over all the stuff that just plays.
I don't know. That's a good argument because
So I don't.
we're not talking about like
Okay.
how it sounds on YouTube. We're talking about the island's composition. So whether or
Yeah, that's
not,
fair. I guess I'm imagining people listening to this and say, "Oh, well, I'll take their word for it. I'll listen to Firehaven," and then you go to see these Firehaven videos, and it's like, bro, what were they talking about? I barely hear this.
well, we're not really talking
But
about on
okay,
YouTube. We're
if
talking
you are
about
talking
in
about
game.
composition, then personally, as much as I hate Xanadu, and as much as I think Bazinga had this potential, and as much as I agree, some monsters like Hollywood are objectively bad, and obviously, of course, Dipster is freaking. Well, I can see what the Dipsters were going for. Then I enjoy Firehaven, and I would call it good. I do not want. I would not allow the bad stuff to drag it down because there is a genuine and passionate attempt at a song here. I can't let that go underlooked. So I will contently say I think Firehaven is good in that regard.
Good job.
That's my opinion.
Okay, that's a yes. It's good from Arrow and Drew. That's a no from Leanne. It's my
Did
turn.
Lee say no?
Yeah, Leanne said no.
Wait, did you,
Yeah,
Liam?
the song is honestly unlistenable with the Dipsters.
Lan, of course.
Basically, just an opinion from one of you guys.
Okay, here we go. My opinion of Firehaven. I was rather worried for this moment coming into this because I knew from the very beginning I was gonna be mixed because there's some absolutely brilliant things in this song with some absolutely awful things in this song.
Mm-hmm.
But like obviously if you're gonna have everything at default mixing, it's gonna be ass because you're just gonna have everything covering it up and yeah, so like don't do that. Don't listen to YouTube videos because they're all ass too. So, but like how we rank these islands, we're not really ranking them how other people are doing it. Like we're ranking it compositionally because it's not really about YouTube. It's about how it sounds in the game. It's in game. Everything is in game. So you have the volume
Yeah.
slider. You have that to work with you. So that's why I don't really care about like YouTube videos.
That's why we do a little pre-show where Hollow adjusts the island volume and stuff, and he would totally do it with Psychic Island when we get to it.
Psychic Island doesn't exist.
Actually, and it's always psychic this. I get that.
All right. So this was a hard one for me, but I think that after this, after listening to it, to everything, I am gonna come to the funk. God, I'm dragging this out. I'm gonna come
You're
to the.
making this very freaking long, bro.
Yes, but I'm gonna say that the positives outweigh the negatives. I'm gonna call it good. I think it's a good time.
Bro, I'm the only one that says it's bad. What the fuck? Well, I guess Firehaven will be classified as a good island during the Monstercast video.
Listen, we ranked Amber Island as good, and I don't have that. I don't have it in me to say Haven is worse than Amber.
Oh, I feel so good. This makes
fair, but honestly, I think we're too kind on Amber. I think that's why we have so much good island.
You guys, the most stress I got from the Haven Monstercast was people were just getting outruled from saying it was good. But oh, thank God.
Oh yes, the most stress I got was people
I
disagreeing
could
with my
kiss
opinion.
the both.
Yes, yes, getting mad over someone's opinions.
Couldn't
You don't
be
do
your
that
mom.
every
Power
day.
really has gone to his head. This is from here on out. You're never gonna see Arrow run one of these ever again. The power goes to his head.
Who knows who knows who will take over next? You know.
So much power has gone to Arrow's head that Liam will have to remove.
I mean, what's the next island?
Oh, well, I'll reveal it later
Oh,
because I'm
good
not going to
question.
reveal here.
What is it? What is it?
I'm
Hollow?
not going to say just yet. Y'all are going to have to wait, losers. All right.
Oh boy. Oh, we got to wait.
Well, that is it for Firehaven. We called it good at the end of the day.
All right, Errol, you did
Yeah.
the outro.
And it's
All
time
right.
for Arrow to
Arrow,
run the
run the
outro.
outro.
Jinx.
All right. Thank you for watching, everybody. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and the ones listed down below. I, especially me, I still need that goddamn talk show. It's been a while. I still haven't gotten it. But enough about me. Thank you all so much once again. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
How did this one take us this long? Jesus Christ.
How is that
If
so
there's-
long?